Welcome to the profile review stream. Guys, I'm so fired up. Haven't done a live in a long time. I don't know if I've ever actually done one on YouTube, but done a couple on Instagram. But I'm so fired up. This is something I've wanted to do for a while. Guys are constantly sending me their dating profiles on Instagram like, hey, Hunter, what should I fix? Where am I going wrong? And across the board, I'm seeing so many common mistakes that are so easy to fix. And like I'd say 80% of guys, 90% of guys are like a couple of changes away from absolutely leveling up on Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. So like really pumped to go through the stream. If you guys haven't sent your profiles in, there's a little bonus. Everyone whose profile gets reviewed in this video, we're going to send the matchbook absolutely free. So if you see your profile reviewed in this video, just message wingman.plus on Instagram. Say, hey, bro, I was in the stream. Send me the matchbook. We'll send it right over to you absolutely free. If you guys want to jump on that, you're watching right now, and that sounds enticing to you, slide in the DMs, boys. Send us screenshots of your profiles. Also, stick around to the end of the stream because the three of us are going to show you our dating profiles, how we've been able to absolutely crush it on dating apps, get 2-3 new dates per week. Taylor just met his girlfriend a few months ago, and they've been going out ever since with his profile. So really looking forward to that. But with that, I'll stop talking. You guys know me. You've seen my content by now. But Taylor and Zach are going to be a couple of new faces. I'm really excited for you guys to meet them. So Taylor, why don't you start? Why don't you tell everyone about yourself, bro?
What is up, guys? Pumped to be here. So like Hunter said, I'm Taylor. And you've probably never seen my face before because I don't really do content with Wingman Plus until now. I focus more on the coaching aspect. So I'm pretty much the Wingman Plus's head coach. I'm also really active in Hunter's got an online community of guys working together to improve their profiles, improve their text game, and really get their game dialed in and level up. So helping on that front. So that's all I got.
Yeah, one thing I'll say, Taylor, too, like not trying to toot my own horn or anything too bad, but you actually started as a guy in the program, the online dating cheat code. And I've been able to see transformation from like where you are to now the point you're at where like you're a high level coach. You bring things to the table that like blow my mind every single day. So I just want to give you a huge shout out, bro, for like trusting the process and seeing where you are now. It's mind blowing. I think it's a big testament to the online dating cheat code as well. And your hard work as well, bro.
Yeah, for sure. When I started out like 2 years ago, pretty much like my dating game was just dry, zero options. Then I started working with the online dating cheat code, leveled up. And then I pretty much got to the point where like 2 to 5 dates per week was just automatic. And then I met my girlfriend like, 5-6 months ago, and the rest is history. So things are going super well.
Yeah, she's a rocket too, Taylor. Super happy for you, man. Super pumped.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. And then Zach, what's going on, brother?
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Nice to finally meet you guys. Yeah, I've been working with Hunter behind the scenes actually for quite some time now. We ended up linking up in Medellin about a year and a half ago, back when Hunter was traveling, and yeah, brought a lot of cool things to the table. So a lot of the things that you guys have been seeing that Hunter's been putting out, we've been working on exclusively to just help you guys out. It's always been a passion of mine. Hunter was actually he was one of my favorite guys in the scene for a while, to be completely honest. And, when I was able to partner up with him and just kind of bring what I learned to the table and help implement, our brains together, it's really rewarding seeing you guys getting the results that, we've worked so hard at for so many years. So yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet, but super excited to be here, finally meet you guys. And yeah, Hunter, why don't you kind of take it away from here, bro?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Zach. And like, some of you guys might know Zach because he's pretty hands-on behind the scenes as well for our extreme profile makeovers too. So if you've jumped on a call with us about that, you're definitely familiar with Zach. Guy's an absolute freaking legend. So pumped to be on this panel with you two. I think like our three brains together are going to create some pretty incredible feedback for the guys. So yeah, just for everyone tuning in, we're going to start reviewing profiles in like 30 seconds. If you haven't sent your profile in and you want to get it reviewed, slide in our DMs over on Instagram. Just go to wingman.plus and we'll review your profile on the stream. Everyone whose profile gets reviewed on the stream is going to get a free copy of the matchbook, which is our ultimate profile guide. It's 50 pages, absolutely killer. And to be honest, if any of the guys in this stream read the matchbook, they probably wouldn't have to have their profiles reviewed because a lot of the common mistakes we're about to uncover are all in there. So really fired up. Make sure you stick around at the end. We're going to reveal our Tinder profiles at the end as well. But with that, what do you guys think? Should we pull up some profiles?
Yeah, man. Let's get right into it.
Let's dive right in. Pound that like button, boys. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Let's pull up these profiles. Yo, shout out to the comments, by the way. We got Henry Park. We got Lord Moore in the house. Taylor, I see you. We got Angry Carrot, who's hyped up. I'm hyped up too. I don't know if I can keep this energy level for the entire stream, but Daddy is fired up right now. All right. So right now we got 17. We're going to keep adding to this as you guys send them in. So first off, we got Chow here. So what we'll do is a quick scroll through and then we'll go photo by photo so we can break this down. It's kind of how girls are looking at the profile. Like they're tapping quick to get the overall vibe, and then they'll actually go back and analyze your photos in detail. So if we look at his first photo, this one, what do we think, guys?
I'd definitely say he's a good looking guy. Like you got great stubble, and like girls care a lot about eyebrows, and like your eyebrows look great. The one thing I'd say though is selfies usually are not your best bet. Like you look decent in this photo, but guaranteed I could get a photo 10 times better than this when not a selfie. You just have so much more dexterity when it's not just you and a camera in your car.
Yeah, definitely well said, buddy. Well said. I think from a style element too, it's one common mistake I see a lot is the shades on the forehead. I kind of just think it looks better when you don't have that. I've even seen that in photos where like it's not a selfie and it's not spontaneous. It's like a little more planned. It just looks like a little thoughtless too. So just like those little details go a long way. But yeah, I think the overarching thing here, like Taylor, you're absolutely bang on, bro. Selfies are never really ideal because a good selfie would be way better if someone took the photo for you. And a bad selfie is just a bad photo and it shouldn't even be on your profile. So keep that in mind, guys. Like when we talk about there's levels to this game, having selfies is like level 1. But if you want to like really pull in a high number of matches, high quality number of matches, you can get away with a selfie here and there if it's in like the middle of your profile and there's other good photos too. But ideally not the strongest start. Let's see what photo number 2 is. Where are you, bro? They're all in like a mixed order, so bear with me, boys. Okay, photo number 2. We've got the coffee sip. Guy looks like he's experiencing absolute bliss right now, eh?
Are you sure that's coffee in that cup?
Yeah.
A little afternoon delight.
Not a huge fan of this photo. I just feel like the zoom and the crop is a little awkward. Like, is that your leg? Is that a couch? Like, these are questions that the girls are going to be asking. And if they have to think too hard, like they've literally got thousands of guys that they could match with. And if they have to think too hard, they're just going to swipe left. So I feel like a little bit better of a zoom would help you out in this photo so you can actually know what's going on.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like the cropping on this one is really weird. On your dating profile, you never really want to have a crop where it's too zoomed out, or sorry, too zoomed in, where it's missing context. I see this a lot with like people with like professional level headshots where they have like a neck up photo. Typically your photos want to be like belly button up. It adds good context to like the environment that you're in. It just looks a lot more appealing and attractive. And women can actually kind of see what you look like. When you have these photos that are super zoomed in, it's kind of like you guys have seen girls do this, right? If you see a girl and all of her photos are from like the chest up or the neck up, like what's the first thing you're thinking? Like, what is she hiding, right? Like, what's below what the
How much does she weigh?
Yeah. Someone had to say it, Zach. I'm glad it was you. Yeah. But yeah, man, like this photo all overall is like pretty artistic and cool. I'd say it's like a pretty good filler photo for the middle of your profile. Like if you had 4 or 5 solid like portrait style photos that clearly show what you look like and just need something in the middle, this could pass. It's like good quality. The lighting in it's really good. Obviously, the beard is sculpted. I'd say it's like a pretty attractive photo, but like for photo number 2, not really making the cut.
I definitely say like this same photo, but just zoom it out a little bit and then don't be mid sip. Be more like holding the cup and then kind of like doing blue steel, looking away from the camera. But like this photo, you're almost like perpendicular with the camera. Like if you just were angled a little bit more towards it, zoomed out would be way better.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the photo I put in the Discord today of Zach, where it's like a candid kind of like coffee shop photo across the table. He's like smiling and holding a cup of coffee, and it looks like he was on a date or with a friend, and they like put a story up of him. It's just like a lot more candid, and like this photo could have easily been that photo. So just keep in mind, like candid is good. Having the right cropping goes a long way, and then just capturing a more appealing moment for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. I still think this guy's probably getting a couple matches though. Like he's a pretty good looking guy, but this is a level of like he could be getting probably 2 or 3 times more matches by just changing a couple of things here. Some low hanging fruit. Okay, third photo, we've got the action shot, nice snowboarding shot. So again, like this is a overall pretty good photo, but photo number 3, like again, this is more of a filler. When women are swiping through your profile for the first 3 photos, the only thing they want to know is like literally what does this guy look like? That's it. So his first photo does that with a selfie, but then his next 2 photos is like super zoomed in and then super zoomed out, where it's actually hard to see his face in both of them. That's what I'd say is like you should probably have a couple more portrait style photos up front before throwing in like the full body action shot.
Yeah, and I wish it wasn't a selfie again. Like if you would have just passed the phone to your buddy and just say like, "Hey, yo, can you take a picture of me? Try and get the snowboard or whatever." Is that skis or snowboard? I can't tell. Get that in the shot. Try and get it kind of full body. That would have definitely been a better picture. Also looks like there's a little bit of schmutz on the camera, so it's like you're a good looking dude, and this is a great activity shot. I just know that you could have done better.
Yeah, I've even seen just try to think outside the box, guys. What's going to make you stand out, right? A selfie, everyone's doing a selfie. It's easy to do a selfie. I take my phone, I stick it up in the air, and I press a button. I've seen a couple really cool shots with guys where even something as simple as at the bottom of the mountain, bro, taking the snowboard off, having it by your side, having it even above your head. I've seen some really cool shots like above your head with the mountain in the background, a sick view. Man, it hits so much differently, and it might not be your first, 2, 3 photos, but it's a good photo to put in there because women are attracted to not only what you look like, but also what type of lifestyle do you live. And clearly you live a cool lifestyle, right, bro? Like you're out, you're doing things, you're snowboarding, you're doing whatever, you're playing soccer, you're boxing, you're playing sports, you're going to the beach, you're hiking. This could be all aspects, but just something to think about, just trying to think outside the box and utilizing the environment that you're in to also create a really cool shot is going to be very, very powerful. So just something to think about. And also, I just want to apologize ahead of time, guys. I might be muting and turning my camera off. It's just because I'm doing some work behind the scene with the stream as well. So if you see my camera on and off, that's why. But just wanted to throw that out there. I don't want to be rude to you guys.
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Yeah, chime in whenever you can, bro. It's really, really good feedback, and I love that. Like, there's different ways to stand out and have an action shot and do it differently than 99% of guys are doing. One thing I'll say, too, is, like, go to those hot chicks you went to high school with and look at their Instagram, right? Like, what kind of photos are they posting? What kind of angles are they using? Like, how are they showcasing their cool life? A lot of the stuff I learned about taking dating photos are just looking at, like, what girls do. For example, like our social proof photos, instead of just being at the dinner table and like it's kind of sloppy and you're taking a selfie, like when girls are doing a dinner photo, they're like rearranging all the food on the table. They're not eating until they get the perfect photo so the plates look perfect, right? So it's all in the details. You could actually learn a lot just by observing what women are doing too.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what's photo number 4? We got the marathon pic. All right. So he's showing that active lifestyle, but also showing the beer. I don't love the random people in the background. It kind of makes it look a little bit cluttered. I never really like to see this, especially when it looks like if you took a few steps over to the right, the background would have been opened up. This is very much one of those like stop, drop, and say cheese photos where someone's like, hey, let me get a quick photo of you. And you're like, oh, fuck. Okay, I'm right here. Let me like smile. Put a little bit of thought and like look around in your environment. Look at the background. Think like, hey, would it be cooler if there weren't these people right behind me and the background's a little bit cleaner? Those little details go a long way.
Yeah. And Hunter kind of already touched on this. Looks kind of like a tourist pose. Like it's a little cheesy. It's super cool. You did the marathon, you got the beer. Like that's all cool. I just wish just change the angle a little bit. Maybe have you looking off into the distance, laughing with the beer in your hand. I feel like that would have been a higher percentage photo.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%, bro. Okay.
Just like a general rule, you never ever want your dating photos to look like you said, like, quick, take a photo, cheese, and then you took a photo. Like you always want it to look like you're doing something cool, and the camera just accidentally like caught you in the moment.
Yeah, you have such a good photo on your profile, Taylor, of something exactly like that wedding photo you have at the table. And at the end of the stream, we'll show those photos too. We're going to show our profiles at the end, so everyone stick around for that. But let's check out the next photo here on Buddy's profile. Man, the ordering of these is really tripping me up. Let's just go in any random order, okay? Next up, we got like the group photo, the soccer photo. So like really cool that he won a soccer tournament, but like, bro, I got no idea which one he is in this photo. Like it's so zoomed out. There's so many dudes. So one thing I see a lot of is like the guys with like their arms around 1,000 dudes photos. Every guy has this, and like 9 times out of 10, it just doesn't really look that good. Like it might be cool on Instagram, or honestly, like this is a Facebook photo for all your family members to be like, I'm so proud of you, son. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna do a soccer pic, like what would be way cooler is an action shot. I've seen a photographer do one where it's through the net. So the net is blurred out in the foreground. And then the guy's like standing on the field, like looking like kind of jacked up, high testosterone, like in the moment and like really confident. I think that's like a way better way to pull off this shot. Or a photo of like you holding the trophy, maybe like kissing it, and like your teammates kind of blurred out in the background or something like that would be a good way to do it. You want to show that accomplishment. I just don't know if like the big group photo is really the most effective for dating apps. I see it a lot, and it never really slaps that hard.
Yeah. And it's like, general rule of thumb, you want every picture to kind of show off that you're a good looking dude. And I can't really like this photo doesn't solidify how good looking you are in the girl's mind when she's scrolling through the profile.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And he is a good looking guy too. You know what I mean? Like he's just not really presenting himself in the best way in a lot of these photos. Shout out, by the way, Sheldon and Michael from the Discord in the live chat. Good to see you guys here. All right, this photo, again, selfie. You got the peace signs up. Very much a tourist pose. What I will say, too, is like he has, 8 photos in his profile. You only really need 5 or 6. And those should be the 5 or 6 best photos you have. Instead, it looks like he has the 8 like least crappy photos from his camera roll and threw them up on Tinder, which is something we're probably going to see quite a bit in this stream. It's like the most common mistake guys are making, but like you got to rise to the occasion when there's photo ops. You know, like if you're having a big championship soccer game, be ready to take a big pic after. You know what I mean? Like if you're going out for a ride with your buddy, maybe you get like, dude, take a sick photo of me on my motorcycle, right? Like this would have been the perfect opportunity for a badass motorcycle photo. And instead you kind of have like a bit of like a cheesy selfie that's just not really that cool.
Yeah. And don't hate me, bro. Don't hate me. The cheese, like most of your photos, not cheese, the peace sign. That's what I meant to say. Like it's not giving like super masculine vibes. Most of your photos, you want to be giving off big D energy, masculine vibes, and like the cheese with the peace sign and stuff. It's just like, it's not the best vibe. So exactly like Hunter said, like just hand your camera to the buddy in the background and then just sit on the bike and take like a cool shot that's maybe a little bit of a lower angle. It's got you maybe revving the bike or something. Like that would have been so sick.
Yeah, 100%. We've done some motorcycle photos for Tinder makeovers too, and they look really cool. But that's the thing, like they all have big dick energy. Like if you ride a badass, like this is a badass bike. If you have a bike that badass, like you should have a really cool badass photo on that. Like that's for Chow, if you're watching this, like huge opportunity for you to level up your profiles to get a sick motorcycle photo, either on the open road or on like a parking garage rooftop with like the cityscape behind you. Like just so much opportunity there.
Yeah. And if you're stumped, bro, like I definitely go on. Hunter kind of said, like, look at hot girls and see how they take their Instagram photos and use that as a baseline. That's awesome. And on top of that, a little bit more like wide application would be go on Pinterest. And so for this example, if I wanted to get a sick photo on a bike, I'd go on Pinterest, I'd look up like guy with bike, and I'd literally just, tag my top 10, and then I'd pick my favorite, and I'd literally just go and I'd spend 1 hour with the bike, and I'd give my buddy the phone, I'd give my buddy the Pinterest photo and say, I want this exact photo. Let's work this out until we can get a pretty good like photo that models the original concept. That goes for more than just a bike photo. That goes for the snowboard photo. That goes for, I don't know, just a random example, a cooking photo, because you like to cook and you want to have that in a profile. It goes for dog photos. It's like the application is limitless.
Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. Zach, any feedback on that, or you think we kind of hit the nail on the head there, bro?
I mean, everything I'm thinking, you guys are saying. You guys are taking the words out of my mouth. So, no, that's pretty much it. Exactly what they were saying. That's pretty much all that needs to be said. Without beating a dead horse.
Yeah, bro. We got a lot of profile reviews to go through here
Sure.
too, so we can keep going. Like we're gonna be a little nitpicky early on, but there's some we're just gonna speed run too, because the advice is gonna get a little repetitive on a couple of these, but. Before that, I just want to give a big shout out to some of the guys in the chat. Sheldon, good to see you, bro. Angry Carrot, asking about how he can get a Tinder makeover. Bro, just slide in my DMs on Instagram, message me the word makeover, and we'll shoot you a message after the stream, bro. All right, this last photo, again, like, dude, when you talk about, like, taking the 5 or 6 least crappy photos of your camera roll and throwing them up on Tinder, like, this is the definition of that photo. Like, this is not helping his profile at all. Like, you can barely see him in the photo. Super far away. He's out of focus. The flowers in the foreground are more in focus. Like, again, if he had like 5 or 6 insane photos and threw this one in the middle, it wouldn't hurt him. But this photo's not helping him. Like, it's not really doing any favors at all. And again, guys, like, this might seem like nitpicky stuff, but at the end of the day, like, dating apps are more competitive now than they've ever been. Like, women notice every single little detail. All right, then we got the cat photo. Boys, what do we think about the cat photo?
He's got a great jawline and a great beard definition, but he's kind of giving himself the double chin.
Yeah, 100%. Taylor, do you have any suggestions of like how to fix something like a double chin? Like, let's say you get a sick photo, but like you just kind of messed up when it was taken. It has a double chin.
Yeah, for sure. There's this app that, like, it's almost like Photoshop without having Photoshop. It's like a point and click Photoshop app. It's called Face App. It's super useful. So like this photo, I would take this photo, I'd put it in Face App, and then there's a thing where you can kind of sharpen your chin and also kind of shade your jawline on that app. I wouldn't go overboard to the point where you look like a completely different person, but I would definitely go in here and just make a couple tweaks, and you could totally rescue this photo and actually make it pretty killer. Because in general, this is actually a great photo. Just wish you weren't kind of doing your jawline dirty. If you're curious, we actually have like a full breakdown of not only how to use Face App, but also how to change lighting, highlighting, saturation, ambient light, like all of these crazy settings. We have it in the online dating cheat code, and there's actually a link in the description where you can go check that out. So with all that said, Face App would totally rescue this photo, and it's a huge hack that we love to teach our students.
Yeah, bro. Because overall, like, other than that, man, like, this is pretty good. I like how the background's blurred out. The cat looks really, really cute. I'm definitely more of a fan of like dog photos than cat photos, because the thing is, like, you either love cats or you hate them. But like, even if you're not a dog person, you're not going to be like, ew, no, when you see a dog. Whereas a lot of people will see a cat and be like, ew, nah. So if that's like 20% of women swiping left right off the bat just based on one photo, probably not a risk that most guys want to take, unless you just have the kind of numbers where you can play that game of filtering women out. But the algorithms tend to work against you. Like, I've seen a theory where some coaches will say, hey, build like a tailored profile that like niches you. And then you won't get a ton of matches, but you'll match with women in that niche that you attract. So let's say like a BDSM kind of profile or like a gamer kind of profile. The problem is that algorithms don't work that way. Algorithms see that 80% of women swipe left the second they see your photo because they don't mess with your niche. Like they're not about that. And what it teaches the algorithm is that 80% of women or more are swiping left instantly the second your profile pops up, which means you have a bad profile and it's not keeping women on the app. They're not engaging with it. So what you're going to have to do is at that point, you're going to get buried by the algorithm and you're just going to rely on paying for things like gold, platinum, boosts, that $500 plan Tinder just came out with. When in reality, if you just had an optimized profile, you could save your money on all that crap.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the first profile. Let's dive in and check out another. Shout out to everyone watching, by the way. Who's having fun?
I'm having fun.
Guys, if you're having fun, drop a comment. Tell us if you're having fun. If you're not having fun, I see a big thumbs up from Zach there. Let's get the comments.
Smash that like button, guys. Come on, let's go.
Pound that like button. Yeah, absolutely clap cheeks with that like button, boys. All right, so we'll pull up another profile. What I will say too, guys, like everyone who's getting their profiles reviewed is getting the matchbook for free, which is our ultimate dating profile guide. So if you want the matchbook for free, you want us to review your profile for free, slide on over to the DMs on Instagram, wingman.plus, and send your profile there, guys. We're going to go through a lot of them in this live stream. All right, without further ado, profile number 2. Let's see what we got here. He sent me the same photo 3 times, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm trying to find, okay, photo number 1. All right, so we got Jay. We got Jay right off the bat here. Jay. Buddy, love the goatee. I think it's like pretty good style, but bro, the selfie, like the third of the screen selfie with like all this empty space around it, like the floating head selfie. Bro, this is a big common mistake. We can't be having the floating head selfie. I'd say he looks like a pretty attractive dude too, but like not only is it like a pretty low effort selfie just walking down the street, like, oh, Bumble wants me to get verified, so I have to take a photo of myself kind of vibe. But bro, like you don't look happy. Like you look sad, you know? Looks like that consulting job is burning you out, you know? Definitely not like the big dick energy, definitely not the vibe we want to go for. Like we want to see like positive vibes. When women see your profile, they want to see a guy who's loving his life and like needs a badass chick to join that awesome life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You hit all the points I was going to hit. And I guess one thing I should add is the lighting's not doing you any favors too. Looks kind of doom and gloom lighting wise.
Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%.
Like ideally, you want your photos to be like, you don't want too harsh a sunlight, but you definitely want some natural light. So if like you're inside, try and peep a photo next to a window, nearby a window, so you got some natural light. Best time of day to take photos is definitely going to be like during what is it called? Dawn, like when the sun is coming up or when the sun is going down. That's going to be golden hour. The lighting is just beautiful color. If it hits you right, smooths out your skin, makes you look like a Greek god. Definitely aim for, you know, golden hour. And you can also, it's like pretty good on overcast days too, because the sunlight isn't too crazy. So
yeah, well said, bro. Golden hour is an absolute cheat code. All right. So this photo, again, bro, like that's actually a sick photo. Like Zen mode on top of a mountain. Like that's dope. I just wish this photo was like 10 times more zoomed in. Like it's taken from so far away that like this could be any random photo off of Google Images. Like we would never know that it's the same guy as the first photo, right? So like we kind of have the opposite problem where the first photo is just a floating head. And then we have the problem in this photo where it's like completely the opposite, where we can't see him at all. You know what I mean? So like safe to say, bro, like your happy place is somewhere in the middle between like a super close up floating head selfie and a photo from a mile away.
Yeah. Like this early in the profile too, like you could probably get away with this exact photo, maybe at like the very, very, very end of your profile. But like if this is like at the beginning, a girl's going to be like, I'd have no clue what he looks like, and he's not worth my time, because girls have so many matches in the inbox. Like if you like went on a dating app and made a profile that was like a female profile, you would be blown away. Hundreds to thousands of matches per week. So got to show what you look like early in the profile.
Yeah, the stakes are too high to like play around too. Like if you're not putting your best foot forward, at first women are going to reject you, and then the algorithm's just going to bury you. So super important to put your best foot forward. And I see a question in the chat as far as like if I had a bad profile at the beginning, I want to restart. To be honest, Kevin, like the algorithm does adjust when you add new photos in. So like if you were to take your same profile and change up the photos and put high quality ones, this is even a hack for guys who are doing okay but want to do better. Every time you put a new photo in, the algorithm's refreshing your profile and trying to see where it stacks up now. So it's actually a healthy thing to do to like update at least one photo in your profile per month, swap a new one in, constantly have your profile being updated to get like up ranked and upvoted in the algorithm organically without paying for boosts. So really good question, Kevin. Obviously, if you're like shadow banned, that's another thing, but 99% of the guys I know who say they're shadow banned just have a horrible profile and think that it's the algorithm. And guys, like if this stream is proving anything, that it's not the algorithm. It's just women are picky and guys are clueless. And that's just kind of the economics of dating apps right now.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing I'd say is you could also, like, this is a little experimental. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I feel like some guys have had success kind of shrinking their radius when they made new photos and stuff, so that you're showing the algorithm that you're like picky. I don't know. It kind of like when you shrink your radius, it kind of refreshes your card stack. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I definitely say like if you're kind of new to Tinder, like, or just online dating in general, like if I could go back and start over, I would use like make a profile on the app that I would use the least based on the type of personnel that use that app. And then I dial in my profile on just that app, and then I branch out. So for me, as more of a serious relationship guy, I'm going to get more success on like Bumble and Hinge. So ideally what I would have done is I would have started on Tinder, because I'm not really kind of that hookup type of guy. So I would have started on Tinder and gotten my profile super dialed in on Tinder. And then once I branch out to Hinge and Bumble, my profile would have been super optimized like it is now. It definitely would have saved me a headache.
Bro, that is genius. That is some serious game, Taylor. Thanks for dropping that, bro. That's an absolute cheat code. Cody's asking too if we're going to upload this stream. Yeah, we'll probably upload it. We're using a new streaming software, so if YouTube saves this, I can upload it, and if YouTube doesn't save it, then it's gone forever. So if you're in the stream, stick around, guys. What I will say about this profile is the prompts are hilarious, bro. Like if I were president, I would ban TikTok. Like guys, if you're watching the stream, like that is a good prompt. That's like a hot boy prompt. Not too long, not too try hard. It's hilarious. It's a little polarizing, but not so polarizing that women are going to be like, nope, screw this guy. Like they're going to swipe right. And if they like TikTok, especially on Bumble where women have to message first, like this is a perfect in for women to message him first. So like I will say kudos here. The prompt game on this profile is really, really good. Again, another cool prompt too, like a fun fact I'm obsessed with. Broccoli is actually man-made and not a naturally occurring vegetable. Like that's pretty cool. It's not the same, like, you know, leave a comment if we should grab drinks. Like he's thinking outside the box, having like pattern interrupts in his prompts and making them like natural conversation starters. So I really, really like this. As far as the photo though, again, bro, floating head selfie. Like this profile is starting to give the vibe that all this guy does is work in the consulting job and he's kind of stressed out because he's never happy in the photos. And then once a year with his vacation time, he just goes into the middle of nowhere and de-stresses on a rock. So.
Oh, we got a question from Juan. How could I join the Discord? So the Discord is actually a part of our online course for online dating called the Online Dating Cheat Code. So if you go to the link in the description, you're going to see you're going to be able to opt into the Online Dating Cheat Code and get that course, and it's a part of the course. So Hunter, Zach, myself, we're all in there, and we're doing profile reviews day in, day out in that app. So you get immediate access to us. So I'd definitely hop on the Discord, bros.
Yeah. Great question. Thanks, Juan. All right, let's see the about me. Working in Toronto for the next few months, yet to be impressed by the city, and maybe you can change that. Okay. I kind of know Toronto girls, like they might kind of take that as a bit of a diss. Could be a good thing though. Like it might open some playful conversations, but like it's teetering the line a little bit. What I will say is, bro, like I'm from Toronto. That's where like most of my cheeks clapped have been secured. I know what works out there, what doesn't. We got a ton of clients out there we've done profile makeovers with. We definitely help you out with that, bro, if you're looking to get a shoot done in Toronto. But man, like Toronto, you can look this up. It's one of the most lonely cities in the world. It's one of the hardest places to date in the world. And all of the hottest women in Canada either go to Vancouver or Toronto. Like if you're from anywhere in Canada and you want to get out of your small town, that's where you go. So it's super, super competitive in Toronto. Like all the girls who are getting their DMs slid in all the time by Drake and all the guys on the Raptors, they all live there, bro. So if you want to play on that level, you definitely got to look the part. I'd say like it looks like he lives a pretty interesting lifestyle. Like the guy obviously works a lot, probably makes pretty good money. It looks like he goes to like UFC events and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I can kind of tell based on the profile too, like something like this, like he is going to cool places and doing interesting things, but just not highlighting it at all. Instead, all we're seeing is like the stressed out work mode, which look, like girls aren't swiping on that. So overall, like good looking guy, looks like he does a lot of cool shit. Like there's so much opportunity to level up this profile. And I think he's really hamstringing himself with these photos, to be honest.
Yeah. He's got a good base, like meaning looks like he does cool stuff, is a good looking guy. Once he gets his free copy of the matchbook, which everyone is going to get who submitted a profile review for the stream, once he gets that, he should be able to kill it.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, we'll send him the matchbook. I think that's going to help him level up like pretty much overnight. Zach, not sure if you have something to add on this profile before we move to the next one too.
No, a lot of the stuff you guys touched on was spot on. Yeah, I think actually, Hunter, you said he goes to UFC events, but I think based on his profile, he actually boxes and stuff like that. So, bro, if that's the case, man, I'd like to see some cool action shots of you boxing. Doesn't have to be you necessarily sparring. It could be you hitting a bag or something like that. But that's a really good way of, showing off your masculinity. Women are attracted to that. I personally box as well, and I put stuff like that on my profile, and I've gotten a lot of openers just talking about that. So just a lot of missed opportunities, but the opportunities are there. Just a couple adjustments, bro. And you're in a great city, like Hunter said. It's just competitive, but where it's competitive, it also means there's a lot of room for improvement and opportunity. And once you're really able to tap into that, bro, like we have guys in Toronto who've gone through doing shoots with us, bro. 5'5", 5'6" guys. They're getting 2 to 3 dates a week, bro. You're 6'3", man. You fight, bro. You're a good looking guy, man. I'd love to see you, implement some of these changes, get a sick photo shoot, and really start raking in the matches that you deserve, bro. But that's it. I mean, a lot of the same stuff that those guys said. I don't like to beat a dead horse. I'm pretty much to the point, and these guys are nailing it. So Hunter, Taylor, great job. But yeah, I say let's keep moving on here.
Yeah, great catch on the boxing too. I didn't even see that, but it goes to show, right? Like prompts speak, 100 words, but photos speak 1,000 words. I know it's cliche, but like, how are you gonna have photography in here and your photos look like this? You know what I mean? Like, I think that says it all. If we were to sum up this profile, is like you have so many interesting things going for you, bro. Like when you talk about like a high level man, like this guy looks the part, but his profile doesn't look the part. Like it seems like he probably does live an interesting life if you microanalyze everything. But I think he's just got to get out of the office and actually showcase his cool life.
Yeah, and no girl is going to microanalyze your profile. She's got so many people in her card stack. She's just going to swipe left the second she has to think for more than a second looking at your photos.
Yeah, that's facts. I'd say the one thing I like though is the prompts. They're all pretty funny and like engaging. Working in Toronto for the next few months, I might leave that out unless you're just looking for like a casual fling. But if women are more like relationship oriented, they might just be like, okay, you're leaving. Nope. Which could hurt your results. Typically, like I like to wait for the intentions to come up through text when you're actually getting to know someone rather than letting women filter you out based on your intentions. So that's my preference, the way I like to swipe. People might have different preferences, but that's kind of how I roll. All right, let's move on to numero tres. Been practicing my Spanish, boys. How's it sounding?
Sounds good.
Sounded good, bro. Almost as good as mine.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah, your Spanish is good, bro. Angry Carrot's asking about how to submit a profile to get reviewed. So all you got to do, bro, is jump on over to our Instagram, wingman.plus. Send screenshots of your profile. Don't send like a message saying, hey, bro, I'm interested in getting the profile review. Do you mind if I send photo? Like, bro, we're live. We don't have time to like go back and forth there. Just send the screenshots and we'll review your profile. And then everyone who's getting their profile reviewed is getting a free copy of the matchbook as well. All right. So next up, this one's a little tough to see. I'll zoom in. We'll go photo by photo. Obviously, it's going to be a bit blurry. Let's just assume these are 10 out of 10 quality and critique the profile for what it is. So one thing I'll say right off the bat is women are looking at your profile in two ways. They're looking at the micro view and the macro view. So the micro view is this. They look at your photo, next, 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 quickly looking at all your photos, just tapping through. But then they're looking at the macro view, which is the overall vibe of your profile, right? How do your photos work together to create the overall vibe and image that you're presenting to women on dating apps? So one thing I noticed within half a second of looking at these photos, when we talk high level, same outfit in photo number 1, same outfit in photo number 5, right? Even same location. So this is like, hey, I have literally no photos. Let me try and hope women don't notice that I'm wearing the same outfit in 2 photos. Same thing, same outfit in photo number 6 as photo number 3. So some of these photos are kind of cool, but once and is this the same outfit here too? Yeah, bro. It doesn't help too that like even the short sleeve shirt and the long sleeve shirt are the same color. So even though they are a different outfit, like when you're quickly tapping through, we're just kind of seeing this guy in like one outfit in every photo, which is like an immediate swipe left for most women. Because what that looks like is that you don't really get out of the house much. You don't really do activities where people are taking your photo, which is like anti-social proof. And number 2, it comes off as try hard, right? Like it's okay to do a photo shoot for dating apps. Most guys do it who want to get successful, but you don't want to make it look like you did a photo shoot for dating apps. Like that gives off like cringe, really try hard vibes, which is the opposite of what you want to go for in the photo. So like that's the big piece of feedback here. A common mistake I see a lot, and to anyone watching this, absolutely by no means, like you should not have the same outfit in more than one of your photos. That is like a non-starter, like super common mistake.
Yeah. I'd also say the pants, like this is going to be nitpicky, but like if you look at the bottom of his pants, like it looks like they fold over themselves quite a few times. So ideally your pants are only going to have like one break, or they're just going to kind of graze the tongue of your shoe. So I feel like the pants are a little too long.
Yeah, I noticed that too,
Yeah.
actually. They do look like a little baggy on the bottom there.
For sure. I was also going to say too, I think an area of opportunity that you probably missed out on, bro, is that second one where you're in this mirror with the selfie with the tuxedo. Like, I don't know where you were going, probably some sort of cool event, but just something as simple, even if it was the same quality, but at the actual event, with people, showing that you have a social circle, showing that you have some sort of fun life, whatever it is that you were doing, that's going to go a long way, right? Once again, it's about not – women want to see that there is some sort of effort, because as soon as they see a selfie, it's an instant swipe left. Even if you look good, I'm a big fan of suits. I'm a big fan of looking sharp, bro. Like your grooming is on point. Your beard is solid, man. Like that's a big area of opportunity. So even something as simple as maybe going back in your camera roll is a very quick fix, and just seeing if you have any photos from the actual event that you were going to, that can be a huge upgrade. From taking this photo from like a 3 out of 10 to maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10, depending on the types of photos you have in your camera roll. But yeah, I think the biggest problem here is it just seems like, once again, everything's in the same location. To me, that was the first thing I thought. This is all done in the same day. Maybe not the tuxedo photo, but every other photo was done in the same day. Yeah. And that's just a big turnoff to women. You need to stand out. You need to be the guy that shows cool lifestyle, shows that you have a lot of things going on, shows that you're doing a lot of different things. And you could do all that in one day, you know, with a little bit of planning. That's what we do. You know, when guys come to us with photo shoots, we game plan everything from fashion, locations, angles, figuring out your best angle, you know, making sure you look as best as possible. Because good photos, guys, they last a lifetime. You know, and that's something that people overlook. Good photos last a lifetime. And when you have a solid set of photos, you're able to really play from a position of power. I've been using the same photos for the last couple of years, and I'm consistently turning down women on dates, you know, and that's just because I'm the one getting all the matches, you know, and that's because I put in the work to make sure that my fashion's on point, to make sure that the photos were, you know, taken, and just putting in some effort. So that's a big thing though, man. Just, dude, even like, if this was like a wedding, like showing yourself having fun, like on the dance floor, super candid, that could be really, really powerful. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on this one. I don't know if you guys have anything else to kind of chime in on. I know a lot of the photos are the same, so it's hard to give a lot of different feedback. But
Yeah.
anything else, boys?
Maybe even too, like if you got positive feedback too. Like I don't know, I see a couple things I like in here, you know?
Yeah.
I like his beard. His beard is solid. It's really
I wanted a
solid,
quick comment on
especially
what
beards
Zach
are in
said.
right now.
The whole thing about getting good photos, like straight up, Zach, you're so right. It's almost like people are obsessed with passive income. Like, you know, you get those good finances, you don't got to touch them. It's the same thing with online dating. It's like just passive options. You just get a couple good photos, and then it's just like infinite results. Like Zach was talking about having to turn women down. The week that I met my girlfriend, in like a 7-day period, I had 3 dates, and I was so busy. I was like, I can't handle the time investment to go out with all 3 girls. So I canceled on 2 of them and then went out with only one of them. And she's been my girlfriend for 7 months, which is crazy how fate works out. But yeah, totally. Yeah. Once you get good photos, dude, Zach is so right. You sleep and get matches. It's amazing.
Yeah, 100%. And sometimes it takes being that guy who, when you're out in public, you're at that wedding, you're with friends, you're at that, whatever the event is with the tuxedo, and there's probably like a beautiful staircase, like a cool chandelier, and you're in like a cool place that looks sick. Sometimes you got to be the guy to be like, hey, bro, I hate to be that guy. Like, can you snap a quick couple photos of me? Like, I'm, you know, I want a quick photo for my Instagram. I'm feeling myself. Like, you don't even have to explain yourself, bro. If you're in a tuxedo in a cool spot and you ask a friend to take a photo, if they don't take a photo of you, like, that's just a bad friend. Like, you got bigger problems than like worrying about getting a photo done. Like, Zach, love that you brought that up, because like you and I, when we chill and you're wearing a drippy outfit, we're in a cool restaurant or something like that, or out on the town, all the time you're like, you know, Hunter, like, I hate to be that guy, bro, but like, this is kind of a sick spot. Do you mind taking a couple photos of me really quick? Like, there's no shame in that, guys, because like, if you have friends, like, they wouldn't say no to something like that. If they do, they're just like an awful friend. But number 2, it's like Taylor said, that's passive riz. You know what I mean? Like, those photos are going to last you for years. You just have them up on your profile and get passive dates. Like, dating apps are actually not that hard at all once you put in the work up front. It's very much like passive income. Like, to start a business that makes passive income, like whatever it is, like e-commerce, whatever you're doing, like, yeah, you got to grind probably 80 hours a week for a little while. But then once you have like a good system set up, it's just printing money. Like, same thing with matches. Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable. Maybe get on a coaching call, be like, hey, bro, how do I fix my style? Like, let me put my ego aside and go to an expert and say, like, how do I actually take a cool photo? How do I look cool on camera? How do I increase my confidence, right? Like, we do it for fitness. We do it for financial advice. There's no shame in doing it for dating advice too. So I think like something like that would go a long way. I did want to end it on a positive note. I like this photo. His third photo is actually pretty cool. The watch looks good. The outfit fits nice. Like, the arms look good. The beard looks good. Nice jawline going on. I would love better photos showing his face, because I think this is his best photo, number 3. But like, the only photo that actually shows his face that isn't super zoomed out or his face hiding is photo number 2. And it's just a pretty bad selfie, to be honest. So like, pro tip for this profile, start getting some photos that are taken closer up, like photo number 3. Bonus points if you can show the face a little bit more. Variety of outfits. Like, this guy's not far off. He's definitely on the right track with getting some photos taken, but based on everything we said in this video, like, there's a ton of room for improvement there. Really low hanging fruit, to be honest. All right, let's rip another profile, boys. By the way, if you haven't clapped the absolute cheeks off that like button yet, what are you doing? What are we doing here, boys? All right. Seeing a lot of people asking too, like how they can get their profile reviews. So all you have to do is slide on over to the DMs on Instagram, message wingman.plus. Everyone whose profile is getting reviewed on stream today is getting the matchbook absolutely free. So if you're watching, you see your profile pop up. Not only are you going to get like sick, tangible advice, the matchbook has over 50 sample photos, over 70 sample bios and prompts. So like if you take the advice in this profile review and then leverage the examples in the matchbook, like you should be absolutely clapping cheeks within a week. All right, let's pull up another profile here, shall we? Little profile. All right. So let's give a quick like once over of like just overall vibe, right? Macro view to start, and then we can start to go in. All right, let's start with photo number 1.
Not a good photo. Like, can't really tell what you look like because you're covering half your face. It's not really doing you any favors because it's a selfie, super zoomed. Like, it'd be a lot better if it better zooming. You can actually see your entire face. The black and white filter, I'd reserve that for like, maybe a killer photo later in your profile. But yeah, and the lighting too, kind of casting some weird shadows on your face.
Yeah, Taylor, you're being pretty nice, bro. Like this is an awful photo. Like it looks terrifying and creepy. Like not only the face hide, but like the look on the photo, like he looks like he's like watching a horror movie and he's like in disgust. Like I don't know what's going with the black and white filter too. Like it kind of looks like a snuff film. Like this photo is just very, very off-putting. It kind of gives off serial killer vibes. I think any girl that sees this photo is going to instantly swipe left. And like, dude, that's harsh, but it's probably what you need to hear to like level up this profile, bro. Like I can't think of a woman on earth that's going to see this and be like, okay, yeah, I wonder what the next photo looks like. Right. Like it's objectively kind of a scary looking photo.
Yeah.
100%. I think a lot of guys shoot themselves in the foot because the first photo is so important, and you could have like 2 or 3 pretty cool photos, after the fact. And if that first photo is shooting yourself in the foot, you're not even getting to that second, third photo. Women aren't even getting to that second, third photo. I've done experiments with women that I've gone on dates with, and I just joke around with them. Let me see your Tinder, and go through it. And consistently, they don't even get to the second photo like 80, 90% of the time, because it's just left. So yeah, bro, not to be harsh, but this is definitely a big no. I'd be curious to see what else he has here, Hunter.
Yeah. So, okay. A little bit of an about section. Okay. So then photo, I think this is photo number 2, if not like mid photo. Okay. So photo number 2, like, bro, after looking at this photo, I literally like if you put a gun to my head and say like which one is he, I would probably die. Like it'd be a 50-50 shot for me. You know what I mean? I would be unalived pretty quick there. And by the way, like neither of these guys look unattractive. Like they look pretty guapo in the suits. You know what I mean? Like the clothes fit good. You got some tats going, got the shades, like got some fresh cuts. Like whichever guy this is, you would never know by this first photo that we're dealing with a pretty handsome dude. You know what I mean? Like talk about shooting yourself in the foot with that first photo, like hit it on the head. But then like this photo, again, kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You got to clearly establish what you look like in your first 1 to 3 photos before you bring in a group photo at all. Because if women don't know exactly what you look like, and then you're throwing this kind of stuff at them early on, they're like, okay, this guy's just trying to hide. Like he's trying to like push off as like the more attractive friend. I'm out. You know what I mean? Like you definitely want to use better portraits up front.
Yeah. And this is an indoor photo. Lighting isn't fantastic. And plus it looks kind of like a cheesy staged group pic. Like, bro, there's a pool table. That looks like a pool table behind you. just back up and take a candid photo of you two playing pool, laughing, having a good time, maybe have a brewski in your hand, and it would be such a better photo.
Yeah. Well
Yep.
said, bro.
And then one other thing is when you're doing group photos, once again, I'm in the same boat as Hunter. I don't know which one you are. Let's say you're the guy who's taller. That's actually good that, group photos, when you're the taller guy in the photos, it's super powerful because obviously women like men who are taller just naturally. So if you're the guy who is taller on the right, maybe you did this intentionally, maybe not, but that's a good piece of feedback for all guys with group photos. Show your height by just being in a group of friends where you're the tallest one. On the flip side, if you're the shorter one in the group photo, this is a big no. So once again, I don't know which one you are, but if you are one of those shorter kings, what I would say, a super easy fix, just take a group photo where everyone's sitting down, right? Because then that's going to, A, disguise your height, but B, it's going to still provide that social proof photo where, everyone's having a good time and you could build that trust through the photo. But kind of going back to what I said on the photo before, on the profile before, it seems like you were maybe going to a wedding or something like that. Once again, a lot of opportunity with just, instead of, in the back room waiting to go out to the, rehearsal or whatever you're waiting to do, you can get really cool photos at the wedding itself, or even something like Taylor just said, just playing pool, just putting in a little bit of, thought to, the process instead of just taking the photo out real quick and snapping it. And listen, one other thing too is we're all men here, right? Like, something to keep in mind. It's okay to step outside of your comfort zone. Women are taking selfies from the day that they come out of the womb nowadays, just the way technology is. So they're used to it. They already know their angles. They know, how they're going to look best on a photo. They feel comfortable taking photos. Myself, I know I could speak for Hunter, and I'm sure I could speak for Taylor. None of us felt comfortable on a camera at first. Sometimes I still don't even feel comfortable, even though I've figured out my angles and I figured out the best, shots for myself. So that's one thing I would implore all of you guys to do, is just challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. And instead of taking one or two photos, take a bunch of different photos. When I'm out with my boys, even if I don't use them for my dating app, maybe I'll throw them up on Instagram, a story or something. I'll tell them to take 50 to 100 photos, just snap the photos, and I'll just move around subtly. So that's something else to kind of throw out there, not to go on a tangent, but I think it's really, really important and good for you guys to hear, because no one feels comfortable. You're going to see our photos in a little bit, and you're going to think that, we've been doing this forever, but we've all been in the same situation that you guys have. So something to feel good about.
Yeah, 100%. You can never take too many photos, bro. That's a fact. Yeah. All right. So if the last photo wasn't bad enough as far as having no idea what this guy looks like, this one really just takes the cake. He added another 50 people to the photo. Again, super similar feedback. If you have one photo in your profile like this and all the other ones are lit photos that clearly show what you look like and show yourself at your best, it's actually pretty good social proof. It shows that you have a huge community of friends. That is a pretty badass thing. But in the context of your photo, we have serial killer, hiding what you look like even more as the first three photos in the profile. So not working off too well. Then we move into the mirror selfie with the toilet in the back, which again, we've kind of hammered mirror selfies to death in this profile review video. So we don't need to go into again, why they're so bad, but bro, even just kind of how sloppy the setting is in this photo. You can kind of see your bag of pharmaceuticals in here. You can see the old moldy toothbrush, you got the water bottle. We got the crusty comb, all the products. We got the toilet in the back. Bro, the dirty mirror. If this is your best photo, this is making it all the way to the dating app, that tells me you just never get your photo taken, which is normal, bro. Like Zach said, girls come out of the womb taking selfies, guys come out of the womb wrestling in the mud. It's just not something we're interested in. But women are viewing your profile with their own perspective, with the perspective of they know what photos look good, and they're super picky about their own photos, right? Women take 100 selfies and they don't even like one enough to upload it to their Instagram story. Meanwhile, 99% of guys take the 5 to 6 least shitty photos they have in their camera roll and throw it up on Tinder, expecting women to swipe right when those are their standards. There's a reason like 99% of guys are not getting the results that they want on dating apps. And it's not because 99% of guys are below average looking. It's because 99% of guys are absolutely clueless. And that's why we have this channel, bro. It's like why we're on stream. It's why we're taking a night away from our dates and clapping cheeks to be on here with you guys, is to help you not be in that 99% of guys who are failing and just be in that 1% of guys who literally just put up 5 to 6 good photos and start clapping cheeks. Like, it is really not that complicated, but unfortunately it's something like it took me 7 years of trial and error to figure it out. You know, it took Taylor and Zach a similar amount of time. They had to get some coaching or find it out in their own way as well. But guys, like, if you're watching this stream, you're subscribed to this channel, maybe you're in the online dating cheat code, you're in our Discord every single day. This is not something that should take you 7 years of trial and error to figure out like I did. Like, you can get these results very, very quickly if you just learn the skills.
Yeah, for sure. And don't beat yourself up too much, bro. Like, you're a good looking guy. I can tell you're lean. You got a good body fat percentage. I dig the arm tat. I just think that you're not doing yourself any favors with these photos. I just want to comment on the beard. Looks almost like a little bit of a neck beard. I feel like it'd be a little bit better if you kind of took the stubble look, like kind of what I have. I don't know if how well it gets picked up on the camera, but like, just keep it like, look how it looks like, you know, a week of no shaving. Keep it trimmed with some stubble. But yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, he's like, dude, that's the thing. He's a good looking guy too. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm being nitpicky about the toothbrush and the fucking duffel bag and shit, but like, this is a guy who should not have a problem at all on dating apps. That's why I'm going so hard. It's why you see my face turning red like a tomato, like I'm Dana White on this stream. Because, like, man, this is such low-hanging fruit. And we're going to send him the matchbook. Anyone who's getting their profile reviewed on here is going to get the matchbook. Should easily be able to set himself up for success with that. But yeah, really appreciate him sharing the profile. We got a couple more photos, but again, a lot of the same advice. You know what I mean? Like, just the filthy bathroom mirror, the selfie, kind of like the creepy face going on. And that's the thing, like, pretty good body. Like you said, Taylor, low body fat percentage, got a cool tattoo, really nice smile. You can tell he lives an interesting life too. Like, he's in a river. He's in like a giant, like, ayahuasca retreat in the middle of the desert with a bunch of friends. Looks like he goes on vacation a lot. Like, looks good in a suit, like, cleans up good. Like, man, this guy, if I was just with him taking his photos while he was doing all this cool shit, bro, he'd be like clapping cheeks every night. So I want him to figure it out. I want him to have better photos and actually get some success on here, because he shouldn't really have a problem. I'm fired up right now, boys.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Next one.
All right, next one is a good one, boy. We're going to throw a bit of a wrench in here. Zach, you haven't seen this one yet.
Okay.
Be ready for anything, bro. And by the way, guys, if you want your profile reviewed, just send us a DM on Instagram, wingman.plus. Don't ask if you can get your profile reviewed. Just send the photos, okay? We're not replying to a bunch of DMs right now. We're on stream. So just throw your photos at us so we can share them. And if we do review your profile in the stream, you're going to get a free copy of the Matchbook, the Ultimate Dating Profile Guide. All right, so next up, we've got Sky. This is definitely a different vibe than some of the other profiles we've reviewed, eh?
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably the best one yet. This is a video. I saw it on Instagram when he sent it. So what it is it's him and a buddy on top of like a satellite tower thing. And it's a drone video that pans out for like 15 seconds. And it's like they're very, very high up off the ground. So it's like a pretty cool video. And then lastly, we've got this pic. All right, so his prompts are pretty good too. Like, I love the short and sweet, like kind of funny, sarcastic prompts. I call these like the hot boy bio, you know, like a 3-word prompt that kind of makes you laugh is like, it's going to be a winner every time. Typical Sunday, ferocious dog walks. I'm going to jump in on this one. I'm going to give my feedback, and then you guys are free to jump in too. My overall impression here is Sky, obviously a good looking guy, definitely an above average looking guy. I think he's probably going to be getting success on dating apps no matter what his photos are. That's the thing, is like there's a bell curve where the guys on the top end are probably going to get matches no matter what they post. And then there's the opposite end at the very bottom where some guys could have the coolest photos of all time and they're probably just not really going to get the best results. And then there's the 80% of guys in the middle that can make tangible changes to either swing the pendulum in either direction. I would say Sky is in that top 10% looks wise, where he can kind of have a low effort profile and pull. But what I will say, there's some absolutely banger photos and content in his profile. Number one, first photo, social proof, dinner photo. Looks like he's in Milan or something like that. Like just beautiful background. Girls love sushi. He's eating sushi. You see the muscles in the shirt, fits good, proper haircut, good face. Like this is a 10 out of 10 photo. Perfect way to start the profile. Double bicep flex. Don't love it. Don't love that the helmet's on with the shades. It's hard to tell what he looks like. Like objectively speaking, does this guy look like the same guy as this? I don't think so. I think it looks like a different guy. So like just a piece of advice. If you are doing photos like this on a motorcycle, just take off the helmet, take off the shades, let girls see it's actually you, or they may become a little skeptical. So this is where I think the profile kind of falls apart. Is Sky, I don't know what his age is, but he looks like he's at that age between being a boy and being a man. And he's got some photos and stuff on his profile that are manly. Like this is a man photo. This is a man photo. But this is a boy photo. You know, like this looks like a 19-year-old freshman college photo, right? Then we got another man photo, right? Out in France or something like that, looking like the old money vibe, like sick photo. Video, cool. And then again, we've got like a boy photo. Looks like a couple 19-year-old kids. So like what I'd say is Sky, like I don't know what his age is. I don't think he actually put it in here. But what he needs to do is decide like what he's trying to attract. Is he trying to be a man on the profile or is he trying to be a boy? I think where he's probably getting matches right now, but his profile, like the algorithm doesn't know where to place him, and he's probably leaving a ton of matches on the table, is he's got to like get rid of those boy photos and just replace them with man photos. Like more social proof like he's doing, but just done more tactfully. Like this photo, if you guys are watching this stream and you want some inspiration for like a good way to get a social proof photo, next time you're on a date or just having lunch with a friend, like 100% screenshot this, replicate this photo. It's fucking on the money. That's my review. I just want to bang that one out like as an overall because it's more of a macro piece of advice between the boy profile and the man profile. But what do you guys think?
I think you're spot on. One thing I'd say is that second photo, I just think it gives a little bit of douchey energy, which is going to turn a lot of girls off. So like just you got a great bod, just let it speak for itself. No need to rip the front double bicep. Like I would just, maybe put the hands on the handles and just let the body do the talking, not the posing.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I think a big thing that could help you, Sky, is I don't know if you're able to grow a beard or it's maybe like get a little bit of stubble going. That could really help you take that boy look to a man look. And then it seems like you do have a pretty good sense of fashion, bro, because like in that old money type photo, I like that one. It almost reminds me of a mix of like Wolf of Wall Street when he's on the yacht and like American Psycho with the hair, with the flow. But like that, the fashion is going to be a huge one, especially when you're younger, to just really portray, a more mature look. And that's just going to set you up, like Hunter said, with the algorithm to show you to a bigger group of audience of women, because, women tend to date up and men tend to date around their age or down. So that's going to help you a lot, bro. One thing that I'd almost like to see too in this, I know Hunter, you said like a 10 out of 10 photo with the dinner and even something like this, maybe just including some other people in the photo, but just subtly, even if it's just like a hand or a side angle of themselves.
Yeah.
Just to show that, you do have a group of friends like outside of that boy circle, right? Outside of that college photo. I think that would go a long way. But no, overall, bro, obviously you're a good looking guy. And if you're able to really capitalize on the photos, like you're going to get matches no matter what. But if you want to bring it from like, your matches is 7 out of 10 to 10 out of 10, it's those good looking guys who do put in the effort and don't just rely on their looks that really, really crush dating apps. And you'll be taking all the girls from all of us, bro. So I encourage you to do it because you're going to get higher quality matches at the end of the day, and you're going to be able to filter out the ones that you want and the ones that you don't want. But I think that's the biggest thing, man.
Yeah, 100%. I love this drone video too. It was really cool. But yeah, I'd say of all the profiles so far, that's probably the best one yet. Like, I think that was actually a pretty strong profile. Like the first one where I look at and think like, yeah, you know what? It's probably, this guy's definitely pulling some matches. You know what I mean? But with that said,
And
there's always
even one other thing, not to be nitpicky, because I know like it's a really good photo, that first one. Bro, even just as something aesthetically, like with the food, it's all eaten. I don't know. Sushi's pretty, it could be pretty aesthetically pleasing, right? With the colors and everything. So maybe, you know, just for the guys in the chat as well, you know, take it when the food is fresh on the table. He was in like a alley of buildings, right? You guys notice? If you're able to center yourself, like angle the camera so you're more centered in it, Sky. This is super nitpicky, but it's just about being aesthetically pleasing. That would be another thing, and maybe it's just my OCD kicking in, but those little things go a long way. But yeah, I think that's a great example of a pretty top tier profile. You know, obviously there's levels to the game. You know, you get a professional photographer, bro, to just 10x those photos and utilize your looks, man. You're gonna crush it, bro. You're gonna crush it.
Zach's right on with the kind of framing in the photo. If you wanted to be super technical, like if you've ever went to film school or taken a photography class, that's called the rule of thirds. So you really want the subject of the photo, and that's usually like the main focus, usually your face. If you were to go into the photo on your app, on your phone, and hit edit or crop, it's going to pop up a little grid, and there's going to be a center rectangle in that grid. So rule of thirds is you want the focal point of the photo, usually your eyes, you want it on that top line of the center rectangle on either the top line or one of the corners. So Zach's definitely right on that. Make sure you're positioned right in the frame.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. This next profile is a pretty interesting one too. Let's pull it up. By the way, Dade County Local, thanks for sending your screenshots on Instagram there, bro. We got Zach behind the scenes kind of pulling those all together as well. All right, so this next profile. Let's give a quick high-level overview of all the photos, and then we can kind of give our feedback. Dude, I swear, this guy, I thought it was Bad Bunny. The first time I saw these photos, I was like, damn, is that Bad Bunny, bro? Guy kind of looks like Benito. So, yeah, pretty good-looking guy. I think the biggest thing that I like about this profile is his fashion is so on point. Like, I'm looking at a lot of these fits and being like, damn, I wish I had that fit. You know what I mean? Like, just the attention to detail, guys. Like, if your fashion is not that well versed and you're like trying to level up, just notice the little details. The all black fit, the monochrome, always a good look. He's got kind of the relaxed fit, pulls it off. But notice the little details, right? Like the jewelry, having like the bracelet and the necklace. That stuff goes a long, long way. Even something like having a nice pair of boots, like these leather boots. Sometimes you get Chelsea boots as well. This is something like 99% of guys just leave the house in their Skechers. You know what I mean? Like guys have no drip at all. So like go to the mall and like don't just go to the department store. You know, like stay out of Macy's, stay out of JCPenney, stay out of all those like just department stores. Start going to some fuckboy stores. You know, like hit up Zara. Go get some Michael Kors kind of, or like Brown's shoes in Canada. We have a place called Brown's Shoes where they sell like boots like this. I'm not sure, Taylor, if they have a place in the States that's like similar for like cool, like leather kind of footwear for a decent price.
Yeah. Maybe like a Nordstrom or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Nordstrom's great too. Again, too, like look at just the drippy fits. He's got the all white Air Force Ones. These are like the international fuckboy shoe. Cool jacket, nice layered outfits. It's one thing we teach in the online dating cheat code is how to put together layered outfits. It's one of the like absolute staples of fashion. And you can see him pulling it off constantly. A layered outfit, guys, is when you have an overlayer unbuttoned or unzipped with a contrasting underlayer. So you can see he has a light layer here and then a dark layer under. Whereas if you had like a dark layer over top, you'll have a white shirt under. Very, very simple. Dark layer over top, white shirt under, light layer over top, black shirt under. And you can even see him rocking it here with kind of like a gray or like a mauve or something like that. So same concept. So I'd say when we look at this profile, like fashion's absolutely on point. I think a lot of his photos look pretty cool. My biggest piece of feedback is like, let's reel back the AI filters on these a little bit. Women are very well versed at filters and like face app and stuff like that. So if you bring it over the top, it could actually kind of work against you a little bit. We use a bit of that on our photos too, but like I don't bring any of the filters over like 15 or maybe 20% on things like eye clarity and skin smoothing and stuff like that. You can kind of see that it went a little too far here. But overall, pretty good photos. I love this shot. It looks like TD Tower in Toronto. So shout out to all the Toronto guys watching this. Yeah, overall, love the fashion. I'd say just the hair and grooming, like the beard and like hairstyling could probably be improved here a little bit. Taylor, what do you think, bro?
I think that like the fringe style that you're rocking is definitely a good fit, but it almost looks like too big, like almost too thick. Like you're probably thinking, what? That's not possible. It just looks a little too big. There's actually one photo where it looks kind of cleaned up and it looks like the sides are kind of level with your head, which really makes you have a good head shape. That probably sounds weird. You got a good head shape, you got a good jawline. So when you have Hunter, can you scroll to one of those photos? I think it was photo number, which one was it? I think it was the very last one.
This one?
I love the hair in this photo. Like this photo, like
That looks so good.
I feel like the sides look a lot better and the front looks a little bit more textured, not as heavy. Not a fan of the disconnected beard. I definitely just try and rock a classic look. Doesn't look bad, but it's kind of polarizing and it's kind of a big risky play. Another thing I'd say about the profile is a lot of your photos are kind of, I guess I'd call them boring backgrounds. You got a couple photos in front of walls. Like definitely try to get a couple more interesting backgrounds, like a background of like, I don't know, man, just go on a really cool hike with a cool vantage point at the end, snap a photo with a cool viewpoint, and then maybe something like an action shot with a cool background. This looks like you're kind of on like a patio. There's another one. It looks like you're in kind of a residential area, snowy residential area. Like
That's definitely Richmond Hill, bro. Shout out to all my Toronto boys.
oh yeah. That's good. Yeah, like you like couple touch ups on the grooming and you're golden. Just got to fix those backgrounds.
Yeah, 100%. I think my favorite pick is the TD Tower pick. Like, bro, when you talk about iconic Toronto locations, women love putting their hinge location to the financial district to try and get some of those old money boys. So I love that you have like a big shout out to that area here. Obviously it's like Toronto specific, but this just looks really, really cool. Absolutely love that. But yeah, Taylor actually makes a really good point about the photos in front of walls. Something I see a lot, like your fashion's drippy in these, but like, let's be honest, the background's not that interesting. You do really well when you have these nice blurred out backgrounds of interesting locations. So again, like the snowy area, the TD area, even this one, if you take the filter off the face, make it a little more subtle. When you have these photos with a wall in the background, there's no depth. And having like a blurred out depth background creates a lot more intrigue in the photo. And it's a lot more appealing to the eye, right? It allows the eye to draw in and focus on you because there's so much depth behind you that allows the eye to like really bring itself into the middle, especially if you blur out the background. So a couple ways to easily pull this off is if you're getting a photo in front of a wall, instead of just standing like perpendicular, like right in front of the wall, turn the camera guy like 50 degrees over to the side. That way the wall is extending way back past you. Easy way to create depth in your photo and allow the wall to move back really, really far and kind of create like a leading line towards you in the photo. This is actually something, we have a new season of Extreme Tinder Makeover drop. This is actually a big announcement. Haven't even announced this yet. Extreme Tinder Makeover, new season is dropping this Sunday. And in episode 2, we have a graffiti wall tutorial of how to take like sick photos in front of graffiti walls. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, guys. Everyone who subscribes is going to get a notification when that comes out. And it's absolutely like a fire video. Like Sheldon's before and after. Zach actually nominated Sheldon for this Tinder Makeover. He's like, bro, help me help a friend. And like his results are absolutely insane. So really, really pumped to show you guys that. And it was kind of a cool segue from the how to take a photo in front of a wall bit, because we actually give a tutorial in this season of Tinder Makeover. All right, let's pull up another profile. How are we doing, boys? How are we doing for stamina?
Oh, I'm just getting warmed up.
I'm feeling good, bro.
The boys are
I
fired.
got my
I'm
energy
fired up
drink.
right
Yeah. I'm good, man.
now. Good. Yeah, I got a new piece of Nicorette going, so the boys are laughing here. Had to quit the Zins, guys. It was getting out of control. I was like sleeping with a Zin in, so I had to chill. They were calling me Zin Zinman for a while there. All right. Oh yeah, this will be a good one. I like this one. By the way, guys, thanks for everyone who's been absolutely just freaking diddling that like button. Let's get this video to 100,000 likes, guys, right now. I feel like such a YouTuber when I say that, but helps the algorithm, boys. All the help we can get sharing this content, the more the better. Like we're in this to help you guys and help other guys who haven't even discovered the channel yet. So liking the video really helps with the algorithm, helps this video get in front of more people, helps our content get in front of more people. And then ideally too, like if you guys are in the Discord, that just means more wingmen helping you out. So if you're not in the Discord, hit the link in the description of the video, check out the online dating cheat code. You'll get lifetime access to our Discord. I'm in there, Taylor's in there, Zach's in there. We're not only just giving profile reviews every single day, but like text by text game plans as well. Like, guys, I'm stuck. I don't know what to say to this girl. What should I say? We're in there every single day, as well as I'm seeing a lot of guys in the live chat who are in the Discord as well. So shout out to all you kings in the online dating cheat code. All right. So, oh, is this some Spanish? No, that's not. That must be Italian, eh? Media? No say.
No clue.
I'm taking Spanish classes. You think I'd know if it's like Spanish or Italian? All right. So, okay, this looks like it's in France. It looks like the Louvre behind him here. Okay, some nice fall shots. Oh, he's a photographer. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of really cool elements in this profile.
Yeah. On a macro level, I like that it shows a wide variety of different environments, right? Like every photo, he's in a different place. That's really, really powerful. Shows a cool lifestyle. That's the first thing I noticed. It also looks like Taylor said before, he's using that rule of thirds. You could just see how much more aesthetically pleasing it is. And not in every photo, but a majority of the photos.
To be honest, bro, like, yeah, in most of them, even if you analyze it closely, like the rule of thirds has like a horizontal line going down, a vertical line going down twice and two horizontal lines. And his head here is like in the corner of two intersecting lines, and his spine is perfectly aligned with that vertical line. So like this is a guy who definitely understands photography. And you can see like just how more aesthetically pleasing a lot of these photos are to the eye. Like you look at them and like none of them like, oh, get this away. Like give me the next photo already. I'd say maybe this photo, the second one's probably the most off-putting one when I look at them. I just don't think it hit him with the right angle. Like from an attractiveness standpoint, he looks pretty good. Like this last photo actually is probably his best, in my opinion, from an attractiveness standpoint. Like if you're watching this, bro, put this as your first photo, in my opinion. I think it's really, really good. Second photo, that's like the fat that we can trim out of this profile to improve it right off the bat to get you some better results. The outfit, just the way you're rocking it, is not ideal. It looks like it was probably cold out when you took this photo, but like you want to have your outfits like this. Cool, layered outfits. Love the execution of this outfit. I would say let's do without the transitions lenses. Either just wear no glasses or wear sunglasses, but transitions never really look too cool. And then the styling on this outfit, I think like if you had the same background but with like a cool layered outfit and maybe a different angle, I just don't think like this head-on angle worked for you that well in this photo. Some really, really good photos here, but some room for improvement. What do you guys think?
I feel like the body posture in photo number 2 isn't exactly the most like masculine posture too. Looks like you got a little bit of a tilt going this way. Doesn't give off the greatest vibe.
It's a little fruity.
What?
It's a little fruity, eh?
Yeah. And then in photo 3, not a huge fan of the fit with the like purple shirt, the scarf, like the purple shirt mixed with the scarf is also giving a little bit of that fruity vibes. Like what I wish you would have done is get rid of the hat and just throw on a kick-ass turtleneck and then maybe make that coat like, can't quite tell. Is that a pea coat? Is it like a poncho or parka or something? Like can't 100% tell.
It is hard to tell, yeah. I have an example photo of an outfit that would definitely look good. This guy's obviously in a colder climate. It looks like he's in Europe, where in the winter it does get pretty chilly, but that should never hold you back from leveling up on dating apps. Like, you shouldn't just be taking photos in the summer. So I love that he's taking photos throughout the year. Let me share a fit that is like every guy who's living in a place where it gets cold should have this fit. Like, it is just like an absolute essential. I got an example photo here. You guys see my screen okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. The camel coat, absolute freaking cheat code. I know, Taylor, you've got it in your profile too. You got the camel coat. I remember your photo in that.
Yeah, for sure.
I used to rock that in Boston.
Yeah, bro. It's one of those things like every time you see a guy in one of these, you're like, damn, that guy's got style. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just one piece of clothing. You wear a black shirt or a black hoodie under it, and you automatically look like Mr. GQ. Absolute freaking cheat code. So next winter, guys. Oh, wait, it is winter. Get a freaking camel coat if you're living in a cold place. You can get these at Zara. You can even get them at H&M. You can order them online. Like, every guy should have one of these. Just make sure it fits good. Don't like have the sleeves, Ariana Grande mode where they're coming over your hands or anything like that. Take it to the tailor if you need to. Make sure it fits proper like it does in this photo. And like, when we compare that look and we go back to the profile here of this fashion, night and day, right? Night and day.
100%. And I'd also say one thing about it, the photos in general, the overall vibe is it's a little bit too much of a nice guy vibe, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have that edge, bro. And just looking at the photos, like that first photo, just with the layering and the necklace, it automatically gives just a little bit more edge, Yeah. That's something, even you could have the best photos with great placement, great use of thirds, great camera, but if you still look like a nice guy, women are just going to be instinctually turned off by it. So not everyone has to have tattoos and be this, rough dude, but there's little things you can do with your fashion to really bring out that edge. And that's my opinion. So accessories, rings, necklaces, bracelets, even if you don't wear them all the time, just wear them for the photo shoot,
Yeah.
It's going to go a long way. Like a leather jacket. That's really cool. But yeah, that's something I would recommend.
One thing I noticed too, kind of across the board, I think this photo really shows it, is like he can grow a pretty good beard. It looks like a little patchy in some parts, but if you go to a barber, they can blend your beard. Like, they can like fade it and taper it and make it look a lot more full. Even the mustache looks kind of pirate mode, like just super grown out, kind of gnarly. Like, to be honest, this guy's probably a good haircut and a good beard trim away from being 2 points more attractive. Like, a good barber is like makeup for men. You know what I mean? Like, it just goes such a long way. So if you're taking photos, especially for dating profiles, like, grooming is so important. Make sure you're on point when you're getting your photo taken, because it's hard to go out. This guy's like a photographer. You could probably edit pretty good, but it's really hard to edit a cool like fade or like, a styled beard. So just cleaning up the neckline, cleaning up the cheeks, kind of like how I have it, keeping the mustache trimmed so the hairs aren't going into your lips. Like, you should have a clean lip line. In the online dating cheat code, we've even got a guide of how to trim your beard at home the way a barber would. So it's a lot cheaper than going and getting your beard trimmed every couple of weeks. So definitely check that out as well. But that's like the biggest thing I noticed from a style standpoint beyond just clothing is like, just go into a good barber. Don't cheap out. Don't go to that like $15 haircutting place where, Susie Lee's giving you like the quick 10-minute cut. Go to a good barber who specializes in men's hair, who actually knows how to shape a beard. You would be amazed when you look in the mirror after that haircut how good you look.
Yeah. I'm going to make a comment on something Zach said, the nice guy vibes. It's like everything Zach said, and throw a photo in there where you're not cracking a huge cheesy smile. A lot of my highest percentage photos, I'm just kind of serious faced and maybe got a little smirk, a little corner on my mouth turning up. So you need just for that good masculine vibe, throw a smirk in there, a cheeky little mysterious like facial expression would go a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. What I do like too is that he's got a social proof photo on here. Do you guys think that he pulled it off, or is there any room for improvement? Because like social proof is something a lot of guys either don't have, or what they do have is the photo with like their hands around a million dudes. This is like a lot more of a candid social proof photo. But where do you think we could improve this?
Not a huge
I
fan
would
of the
say,
shirt.
yeah, white t-shirt, underneath makes it pop, or black. But also going back to what I said earlier, I think guessing, yeah, he's the guy on the left. So it's like you're the shorter guy in the photo. It's subtle, and it's kind of nitpicky because I do think it's actually a pretty cool vibe. Like the overall vibe, I think it's pretty cool. But you could tell you're the shorter dude in the photo. I think you got a very nice candid smile, but yeah, don't be the shortest dude in the photo, and you know how to work your angles, bro. Especially if you're a photographer, there's a way to work the angles where you could still even be standing and appear as the taller guy. And also just the shirt underneath. Yeah, I'd go with a white or a black t-shirt. Keep it really simple.
Yeah.
Once again, maybe a cool necklace. That's it. Keep it simple.
Yeah. I'd also say this doesn't apply to this photo, but like, bro, you probably got someone in the friend group who's super attractive and is a Chad, no homo. Do not take group photos with that guy, because I don't know if it's happened to me. I've been swiping on girls' profiles and I see she's got a photo with one of her friends, and I'm like, damn, her friend is way cuter than her. You don't want to put girls in that position with your photos. So I think you're the better looking guy in this group photo. Don't tell your buddy that. But just for all the guys watching, when you're doing group photos, if your buddy wants to jump in and your buddy's the Chad that's getting clapping cheeks all week, just tell him, no, bro, this one's for me. You can sit on the bench. So make sure you're not getting mogged in group photos.
100%. That's a good point, Taylor.
In Zach's profile, which we'll show you guys in a minute, make sure you stick around to the end of the stream because we're going to show all three of our profiles so you guys can see what a top 1% dating profile looks like. But Zach brings that relative height point to the extreme in one of his photos. Zach, I'm not sure if you know the one I'm talking about, the one in Guadalupe where there's a bit of another person in the photo.
Yeah, I'd have to see. I have so many different photos that I always interchange out. I know I sent you a bunch.
There's a funny one I'm thinking of. If you go through your profile, you'll see it. It's like
okay,
you're bringing the relative height point to an extreme in that one. We're going to keep adding more profiles from the Instagram DMs too into the folder here. We want to make sure we get as many reviews as possible in this stream. So guys, if you're watching, you want to get your profile reviewed, send us a DM wingman.plus on Instagram. Everyone whose profile gets reviewed in this stream is going to get a free copy of our ultimate dating profile guide, the matchbook. We don't just want to tell you what to improve, and we want to show you how to improve and actual tangible examples of photos that you can replicate. So it goes beyond just the profile review here, guys. We want to give you the actual tools to set you up for success. That the matchbook's got a photography guide, so you can learn the rule of thirds, different angles, croppings, things like that. It's a really, really good starter guide for anyone trying to get their profile to that next level. So definitely shoot us a DM with your profile, boys. All right, who do we have next? Okay, we got Xander.
Yo, what a name.
Old Zan. Good old Zanny. Lil Zan. How about that? Lil Zan in the house. Whatever happened to that guy, eh? Is he still ripping music or no?
No idea.
Who knows, bro?
Drop an F in the chat. Pay some respect for Lil Zan. Whatever happened to that guy? All right. Guess where this photo's taken? Okay, bro. I think if Zan's been watching the stream so far, he's probably kicking himself, being like, damn it, I could have changed this like right before I sent my profile in. Obviously, guys, starting with a group photo, it's going to be an instant left swipe for 99% of women. If you're making women play the guessing game right off the bat, they're just going to assume you got something you're trying to hide, and they're just going to swipe left. Women do not want to play the Sherlock Holmes game, so definitely don't throw that in your first photo. Like, Zach, let me ask you this. If you were looking at this photo and you were a chick, you had to guess, like, okay, which guy in the photo do you think it is, whose profile it is? Like, who's the most attractive one that would want this photo to be shown?
Yeah, I have no idea. I would swipe left. You know, I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I would say maybe the guy at the back. I think this photo just hit him at the best angle, to be honest.
Yeah, you could see his jawline the best. He's got the stubble. Nice cut. You could see his grooming's on point. The other two dudes have a hat on.
Yeah, like if anyone wanted this,
he's also a lot more chill. You see how like the guys, this is a big difference. I want you guys to pay attention to the vibe. The kid in the back, the guy in the back with, it's like he's there, he's having a good time, but it's almost like, he doesn't really care. He's not trying to impress anybody too much. These two guys in the front, they're like super excited, almost too excited. And they give off like almost like a anxious vibe. That goes such a long way, guys, with photos. And that's just something to keep in mind with all types of photos. Like Taylor said before, a lot of times, even if you have a great smile, sometimes smiling could work to a disadvantage. You know, I think what monkeys smile when they to show weakness, is that what it is? Don't quote me on that, but
it is now. Like that. It is now.
Yeah,
clip it. Someone clip that.
Clip it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would say, boys. That's what I would say.
Yeah, Swearworks is going off in the live chat saying try hard vibes, weak. Buddy's chirping pretty hard. Swearworks, we got to get your profile up here too if you're gonna be chirping that hard. Love to see your photos too, buddy. But yeah, let's not start with a group pick, guys. Like this is pretty low hanging fruit. It's one of like it might be common mistake number one in the match book. Like just super common mistake. Like you could be the best looking guy in the world. If your first photo is a group photo like this, 99% of women aren't even gonna get the chance to see your second photo. They're just gonna swipe left. So really easy fix. So now we get into some deeper level profile photos.
This photo looks kind of like 2015 mixtape vibes. Like it's just not good quality. The outfit's a little cheesy. The pose looks kind of like not 100% sure what's going on. So, and it looks like you're rocking sweatpants too. Can't really tell. Maybe that's jeans, and it looks like you're in front of a wall. So I don't want to repeat myself, but kind of violating a couple of the ideals that we kind of have explained in the stream.
Yeah, looks like something Sean Desmond would have taken back in the day, like to send to some birds. You know what I mean? Like it is kind of like a retro, kind of like 2015's vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, not ideal. This is obvious that like you were feeling yourself. You had a cool outfit on. Like I think the layered outfit's actually really sick. But no one was there to take the photo. You were just kind of like alone in your room. You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a cool photo, put it up on Hinge here. But man, like, when your outfit looks that cool, like you have the layering all together, it's just a massive disservice to yourself not to just get outside the house where there's natural sunlight and get a buddy to take a cool photo of you. Like go up on a parking garage rooftop. I don't care where you live in the United States or Canada, wherever you guys are at. There's going to be like a city within a 30-minute drive that has a parking garage rooftop. You can get up on the top of the roof there and take a cool photo with the view. Like there's really no excuse not to have cool photos on Tinder, guys. Like it's just the bare minimum effort of leaving your house, wearing a cool fit, getting your buddies to take a photo. So again, I love the fashion. I think he actually has pretty good style, but this photo is just like a little try hard. And ironically, by trying harder, it would look less try hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this next photo too, like, bro.
Oh.
This is a tough one. This is like, this is bad, bro. I don't even have words, bro. Just delete this. Like, take it off your profile right now. Again, it's actually hard to tell which one he is. Like, we've looked at a couple photos now, and I'm like, I think it's the guy in the bottom corner. Which, if that is the case, like, bro, you're the least visible guy in your own photo,
and the best looking guy. Yeah,
and bro, like. This gives off like underage drinking and smoking bongs in the basement when the parents are out of town vibes.
100%, bro. Brought me back to a year after high school.
Yeah, bro. This is a tough look. Let's just move on. I can't like look at this one any longer. That's tough. Okay, this photo, his head's actually not cut off. That was my initial reaction. You can kind of see here, like from the crop, his head is in the photo. So just ignore the cropping on this. Assume his hat's in it. So he's at the what is this? The Padres game.
Kind of got the tourist pose going, like not really a Chad pose or anything. Angle's also looking down on him, like everyone on the stream. The down angle is always going to make you look submissive and shorter. Those are two things that we don't want to go for. Always go for like a neutral camera angle, like if this is the camera or the phone, have it neutral or, point it up slightly.
Yep. I would have even liked to see you once again thinking outside the box. What I had said about the snowboarding picture earlier, and maybe like you're against or not against. You have like, yourself leaning up against the bench there where you'd put your beers or whatever, watching the game, looking out into the audience, and then having like a cool like side angle where you're kind of looking this way at the baseball game. They can capture your face, but with the whole stadium in the background, really fill yourself out. Just a different type of angle instead of like the typical tourist pose, like Taylor said. It just looks too posed, too try hard.
I got a photo that like is actually kind of what you're describing, Zach.
Yes, exactly, bro. It's hard to kind of say, but yeah, something more like that.
And dude, like,
and it gives you social proof too.
This is a pretty like shit quality photo, but like you can even see like this was taken on an absolute potato Android. You know what I mean? But you can just kind of see the different vibe in the photo, right? Like it definitely gives off more of that like big dick energy, confidence kind of vibe than like the downward angle, just like looking down at you at the game with the tourist pose. And again, too, guys, like you don't always have to look at the camera like your mom's saying like, hey, look at the camera and say cheese with your hands by your sides, right? Experimenting with different poses is going to just make you look so much more cool. Get rid of that nice guy vibe. In the online dating Chico, we've got an entire module about how to prepare for your photo shoot and different poses that you can use, different facial expressions you can use, different camera angles you can use. It's an absolute masterclass and goes like a really, really long way. Okay, so guys, if we see this photo, right, and then we look at like everything we saw up until this point, I'd say like aside from the baseball photo, like if we looked at these photos and then we looked at this, completely different guy, right? Like
100%. It's like boy to man.
Yeah. Fashion's on point. Like, dude, these shoes are unreal. Like those are so cool. Love the Canadian tuxedo kind of fit, like the denim shirt, layered outfit with the slim fit black pants. You're definitely on the right track with photos like this. Like, but the problem is like this is just buried in your profile, right? Like this is photo number 5 or something. Like it's so low in there. Women aren't even gonna get the chance to see this cool side of you. Like this, like there's definitely room for improvement here. But even that wall angle we were talking about earlier, like he implemented it here. You can see how you can take a photo in front of a wall that has depth, right? I think this is probably his best photo yet. Like this is the energy we need to lean into more. Get outside the house, take photos outdoor during the day in cool fits, have your fade together, have that big dick energy. Like if you keep leaning into this direction, you're going to have no problem on dating apps. What you need to do though, is get to the point where this is the worst photo in your profile. Make this the new standard for yourself. Make this the benchmark and challenge yourself to only add photos to your profile that are better than this. Get to the point where you remove this photo because your other 6 are so good that you're like, this one's kind of trash. Like that's where I want to challenge you to get to. Because if you can do that, you're going to have no problem on dating apps, bro. Pretty good looking guy, just not showing himself too well in most of these photos.
Yeah.
Great prompt too. I love this. If you were to put on a music festival, what would your headliners be?
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Thought-provoking,
Good
right?
conversation opener.
And Taylor, too, like Taylor's the king of like text game when it comes to music taste. You know what I mean? Like the amount of ways you can riff a playful conversation off of like based on what she said to that prompts. You can use that overpowered opener framework to kind of just create like so many different types of playful messages. that you should have no problem with a prompt like that. So I like that.
Yeah, it's as simple as, she hits you with the like, T Swift, 6ix9ine, and Cardi B, and you can just like break her balls and just make jokes about it. Like, I wouldn't be caught dead at a Taylor Swift thing, or I thought we were talking about music here, not trash. Just make lighthearted jokes.
Yeah. Be careful with Swift though, bro. They kind of worship her, eh?
That's my go-to. That's my go-to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cliche at this point. Like every girl's gonna give you a T Swift to a prompt like that. Like it's just low hanging fruit for a player.
I had a prompt that did pretty well when I was still in the game. It was like, life goal of mine: start a mosh pit at a Taylor Swift concert. That one got some good laughs.
Fire. That's fire. All right.
Let's see that last photo.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. What do you guys have here?
Interesting photo.
Not a huge.
I think I'm not the biggest fan. I think using the rule of thirds would make this photo so much better. But one thing I do like is it's aesthetically pleasing, like with the centering and the bridge.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just not the biggest fan. It's a little posed. What about you, Taylor? What do you think, bro? I know you were going to say something.
It's you don't want your photos to look staged. You want them to look like it's a cool activity and it's candid. This looks like it was like a graduation photo shoot or something. You're not really doing anything cool. You just got out of the auditorium, got your diploma, and now you're just kind of walking around with your parents taking photos. Like if you would have just dropped the whatever that neck thing is called and just had a suit on, and then I can't tell if that's like a beach in the background, like just take a candid beach photo where you're all suited up. Like that would have been pretty nice.
Just the fit of the shirt too is like you can kind of see it's not really tailored to him at all. Like the sleeves are super baggy, they're too long. One thing I'm gonna say is like if you're gonna spend around $100 on a dress shirt, spend the extra $10 to take it to a tailor and get it fitted to you. Like these are just little elements that make such a difference. This photo kind of gives off like kind of boy vibes, right? If this shirt was just tailored better, the tie was actually tied properly and done up at the top, or there was just no tie and it was like unbuttoned with one button, it would honestly give off a completely different vibe. Like you just see kind of like how puffy the sleeves are. Now guys, like if you have a shirt, you're in a pinch, you don't have a tailored shirt, whatever, and you still want to look good, there's a very, very easy hack. All you have to do is just roll the sleeves like this. You do it with a dress shirt, with a flannel, with pretty much any button-up shirt. Roll the sleeves, have it resting on your forearm. If the sleeves are a little too baggy for you, that's going to be a really easy, quick fix, and it's going to make your outfit just look like 10 times better. So that's just a little pro tip. Overall, there's a lot of room for improvement, but there's also a lot of hope here, Xander. Like I see you taking the right steps. Really looking forward to your improvements. We're going to send you the matchbook because we reviewed your profile as a thank you for you offering up your photos. Overall, really, really excited to see your progress, bro. So keep us posted in the DMs. And if you guys want to see your profile reviewed on the stream, if you want to get the matchbook for free, send us your profile in the DMs. And when we review it on stream, we'll send you the matchbook as well as a thank you. How's the chat going, guys? Any updates? What's buzzing in there? Guys, leave some comments. I want to see what everyone's up to. I see some Boston talk in there.
Yeah.
Boston's in the house, eh? How'd that happen?
Fenway, huh? Haven't been over there. Oh, Southie, huh? Okay. Southie Seaport. That's funny. Sheldon, you'll have to hit him up, bro. You'll have to show him around Boston. I'm not there.
By the way, guys, you guys are chatting with Sheldon in the chat. Sheldon's Tinder makeover is dropping this Sunday on YouTube. So make sure you pound the freaking subscribe button and turn on those post notifications too, so you're notified when his Tinder makeover comes out. Because like Sheldon, you can drop some feedback in the chat, just open and honest about your experience. Like the before and after is like night and day, man, on Sheldon's photos. And we actually posted Sheldon's full profile in the Discord as well. So if you guys don't want to wait until the end of the Tinder makeover series to see like his entire profile and the results, you can just go over into the Discord. Sheldon's actually like a text game master now after going through the online dating cheat code. Like he's one of the guys dropping the most advice and some really good riz in there. So definitely check him out there. You can check that out in the link in the description. But with that, let's rate this next profile. So we'll give the quick overview vibe, and then we can go through it. I'm trying to figure out which photo is the first photo. Okay, this is the first photo of the profile. We got the that dog is adorable, eh?
Yeah.
Dude.
Just wish the lighting was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lighting is dog shit. No pun intended.
Yeah, something. I think you could take that. The like Hunter said, the dog is absolutely adorable, bro. Something not as the dog is funny how he's just posed like that, actually. But yeah, something not as posed, bro. Like maybe you looking at the dog, playing with the dog, get the dog a little bit riled up, maybe get him jumping up, and still get a good picture, a good view of the dog's face because he's obviously a really cute dog. That's going to go a long way. Between that, the lighting, and just making it more candid, it's not going to be as try hard when they're going to absolutely love it, bro. So it's just a few tweaks away, man. Absolutely adorable. I love it. It's funny as hell.
His name's Loki. Arpit's in the.
Is it?
Yeah. His name's
Oh,
Loki.
yeah. It's a really cool dog.
Yeah. And to be honest, man, like, I just look at this photo, I see wasted potential. Because in our Tinder makeover shoots, Zach, like, we take dog photos for every guy. Like, it's a staple.
Yeah.
Like, women are 30% more likely to swipe right if you have a cute dog photo. So it's like,
oh yeah,
it's an essential for when we're doing photo shoots. Like, it's such a no-brainer of a photo, but
yeah,
you got to like still capture the right elements of taking a good dating profile photo, which is lighting, angles, candid energy, having the right outfit. Like, just having a kind of a plain V-neck t-shirt, taking a photo in the dark, is just such a missed opportunity. Like, this is with a dog that cute, you should have a 10 out of 10 dog photo, bro. And right now you've got like a 3 out of 10 dog photo. And like, sometimes that just requires like, you know, a little bit of effort, knowing what you got to do. I'd just say like, let's redo this during the day. Go out to the park with your dog, you know, like take it somewhere cute, get a cute photo where you're either holding it, it's like looking at you, licking your face, you're smiling. Like, you could tell the dog makes you happy because your energy in this photo is great. Like, you look super, super happy around your dog, which is exactly what you want. I would just love to see it executed in a better way.
100%.
I'm convinced that you
got,
can
boys?
better than me. Yeah, good prompt.
Yeah.
Okay. Me during Fashion Week. What city is this? Is this New York? I'm trying to tell. I feel like that's like the World Trade, but I don't really know New York too well. Overall, outfit wise, okay, so my take on it, you guys could chime in on the outfit if you want. My take is if you're going to rock black on black for the top, you should have black on the bottom too. Or a pair of like gray checkered, like slim fit dress pants. But I can't tell if these are jeans or gray sweats, but overall, they just don't really match the vibe of the photo. Okay, so yeah, it's New York. Perfect. I'd say if you want to level up this photo quickly, bro, like if you just want to get some matches right away, just crop it differently so that your pants aren't in the photo. Just crop your pants out because they kind of just kill the vibe of the outfit. Black on black can look really cool, but it looks a lot cooler if your pants are black and you have that monochrome look. So that's like a big piece of feedback here. And then again, another shot at night. Like, if this same photo is taken during the day, your camera would not have to work as hard because photography is literally the art of capturing light, right? So what are the light sources in this photo? Well, they're pretty obvious, right? These green stoplights are like super distorted and messing up the lighting of this photo because the camera at night is trying to find any source of light that it can and latch onto that and overexpose that to make your photo visible. So when you're taking photos at night, again, too, the street light, see how distorted it is around the street light? Easy way to avoid low quality photos is you can use the same camera, the same iPhone, take the same photos during the day, and you're laughing.
Yeah.
Jacket.
Also, like Taylor said before, kind of coming down on it, you want to try to stay level, bro, or maybe from underneath a little bit going up.
Yeah.
The placement of where you are in the photo is just really not good. Once again, utilize that rule of thirds, bro. Take your head, It's on like the bottom third of the photo. Bring that head up to the top third of the photo. You're going to fill out the frame a lot more. Come either like level or a little bit below. Camera's looking up. Utilize that wall in the on the street, you know, with the building. It could create a really cool effect. So just play with your camera angles, utilize those tips, and that's going to instantly improve your photo in terms of taking it in the daytime as well. But yeah, I think there's a lot of room for improvement, bro. What else do we got? Taylor, you got anything, or you want to keep moving to the next one, boys?
I think you hit everything I was going to say. I guess one thing I'd add, if you zoom in on his face, looks like he's got a super wide-eyed look. General rule of thumb, when you're taking photos, you want to hit what's called a squinch. So you're not hearing these tips anywhere else, boys. Definitely want to hit a squinch. It's just when you take your eyes, and instead of having that deer in the headlight looks, you just raise your lower eyelid just a hair, just that like quarter of an inch. And you don't want to full on squint, just move the lower eyelid. If you want to practice that, just take your eyebrows, raise them to the max, and then just practice lifting your lower eyelid. I probably look like a crazy person, but bro, if it's going to get you some cheeks clapped, it's worth it. So just a general rule of thumb, definitely want to squinch in all your photos.
Dude, that squinch line. Taylor, you're dropping freaking bombs in here. And guys, if you want to work one-on-one with Taylor, whether it's on, photo game, I would even say Taylor is like, if you think his advice on photos is good, you should see his text game. Fucking 11 out of 10. You could book a coaching call with Taylor down in the link in the description of this video. Definitely worth your time getting on a one-on-one with Taylor.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's a cool background, eh?
Yeah.
Dude, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, I like that.
He's got the layered fit. One thing I'd say for the layered fit, your underlayer, you actually want to avoid having a complicated shirt. I don't know if anyone watches I Think You Should Leave, but like that joke about complicated patterns on shirts just hit my mind. I'm trying hard not to laugh. But I'd say like a plain white tee would just make this outfit pop so much more. Avoid the graphic tees if you can when you're rocking a layered fit. It's just too much. When it comes to fashion, a lot of times less is more. Plain white tee under your dark shirt would make this outfit pop a lot more. Background looks cool. Love that you're on the motorcycle. Photo's a little overexposed though. If you're taking a photo on iPhone, just tap the screen and the exposure setting will come up. Just lower it down a little bit so that your photo's not super, super overexposed when you're shooting midday like this. We got a full iPhone photography tutorial in the online dating cheat code. You can check it out in the link in the description. It's going to be super, super helpful. And another pro tip is too, like before you get your photo taken, be the friend to take a photo of your buddy. Get all the iPhone settings ready to go. Take a really good photo of him and be like, hey, bro, replicate this. Like show him the photo to take of you. Show him how to set the settings. Like hold his hand a little bit, his or her hand a little bit. That way they can take a really good photo of you. But overall, like I'd say this is probably the best one yet.
Yeah. I'd probably drop the picture specific prompt though. Just let your picture do the talking. It looks like you got picture specific prompts on every single photo. So I definitely drop that. It kind of goes in the same vein as the complicated shirt. Like just keep it simple. Like don't bog girls' brains down with also having to read the prompt. Just keep it clean and streamlined.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, again, another prompt on the photo. You're bang on, Taylor. Okay, so this photo, this view is just gorgeous, bro. Like absolutely, this is a 10 out of 10 photo location, which kind of bums me out that we didn't get like a 10 out of 10 photo here, you know? And the problem is like, this could be any guy off of Google Images, right? Like you could have taken this from any dude's Instagram on your friends list and threw it up and like, we don't know if it's you, right? There's no way of telling if this photo's you. So like, again, if you got like 5 banger photos and you just need a filler and all you have is a photo where like your back's kind of turned to the camera, like, okay, it kind of helps with your macro vibe, but you should be in a situation like, unless you're in a situation where you have 5 absolute banger photos, like there's no excuse not to have your face in every photo.
Yeah. And the posture when you're sitting looks
100%.
a little feminine too. I'd prefer to see you standing and kind of looking out over the edge.
100%.
I got an example photo of a very similar background I want to show you. Just for anyone watching, like next time you're on a hike and you have a view like this and you're like wondering like, okay, how do I actually take a cool photo that like shows what I look like, but also shows the scene? Like you don't have to have your face directly in every photo, but it has to be recognizable that it's you. That's like the big key. So this photo, if I put it as like photo number 5 in my profile and you saw 5 like portraits and then this photo, you'd be like, okay, yeah, that's Hunter. But you can see the difference, right? Like very similar background, like absolutely beautiful naturescape, but you can still see that's me in the photo. It's not just some guy off of Google Images, right? The outfit's a little whack. I was filming a comedy video about cowboys, but you get the idea.
It's a good conversation starter, though. You know, it's a beautiful place, man. I love that. I love that photo.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Man. Yeah, the water's like Powerade colored. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, let's get back to his profile though. That's enough of me.
Yeah,
jerking myself off here. All right, so then we got this photo.
I've seen in my mom's fridge. I think that's the problem. It almost seems like it is a photo on your mom's fridge, right? Which we want to stay away from. You know. Sorry, boys. Give me 1 second. I got a phone call coming in.
That's what I will say too is like a lot of guys get pro photo shoots from people who say they're pro dating photographers, and they're left with nothing more than a couple photos for their mom's fridge because they give off this type of vibe. So guys, like if you are planning on getting professional photos, like I definitely recommend it. Like you can go pretty far with iPhone photos figuring it out, but like you could also just 10x your results overnight with a one-day photo shoot. But you got to be really careful about who you're actually hiring to do that shoot. Like number one, taking dating photography, like taking dating photos that make guys look dateable on dating apps, it's a very different skill set than taking wedding photos, event photos, or like portrait style photos. But even then, like a lot of companies say that they're dating profile photographers and they end up with photos like this. So guys, just be like very, very careful. Do your research. If you need advice on like where to get a pro photo shoot, just slide in the DMs on Instagram. Like happy to point you in the right direction. Whether you want to fly out, work with us, or even just find someone in your area, like we can help you find the right photographer. That way you're not blowing a couple $1,000 on, you know, photos for your mom's fridge that aren't going to get you any more matches.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the hair in this photo, not 100% sure what's going on with the hair, if that's the way it's actually cut or if it's just a little wind blown. Doesn't look like it's doing you a ton of favors.
Yeah, 100%.
Also looks a little cheesy, just kind of like very posy. Like I just wish it's like it wouldn't have made the picture a 10, but it would have made the picture 10 times better if you just wouldn't have been looking straight at the camera and it wasn't so zoomed in on you. If you would have zoomed out a little bit, had you looking away from the camera, had you maybe in like the left half of the photo and you could kind of see the cityscape over the horizon, like that would have been so much better. Still wouldn't have been perfect, but would have helped out.
Yeah, 100%. Again, too, the prompt here too, like simple pleasures, going to the state park. Like I love that you have a photo here, but like let's actually get a cooler state park photo. That's for sure. Like the pictures speak 1,000 words. Your prompts should really only be like conversation starters rather than like, you know, you shouldn't just throw prompts out there casually, like just giving information about yourself. There should be like some element that's either playful, intriguing, or thought-provoking or funny. Like make her laugh or make her want to ask you a question. That's the goal of your prompt. This is just kind of like a throwaway prompt. Like it's not really doing anything. So thanks for sharing your profile, bro. We're going to give you the matchbook and there's 70 sample bios and prompts in there that you could just literally copy and paste and throw in your profile. So that's going to be a big level up for you too. But I think you've got like a ton of really, really good feedback in this profile review and pumped to see your changes and your results over time, bro. All right. Zach, just saw your message there, buddy. You got some cheeks to clap, eh?
Oh, Dude, I must have turned down like 3 or 4 women so far, but that's okay.
Yeah, stream's going a little bit long. We're hitting the 2-hour mark. Why don't we
Okay.
review a couple more guys, and then we can
I
show
like
everyone.
helping the guys. Sure.
Yeah, I can sense the boys.
And I think a lot of guys
here too.
Plus, like, I think a big thing too, guys, watching the stream here is like you could see there's a lot of the same messages that we're saying, right? It's not rocket science, guys. You know, it definitely takes effort, but it's all pretty congruent from profile to profile. You know, so
yeah,
let's take a look at another one, guys.
Yeah, let's do a couple more, boys. And shout out to everyone who shared the profile. I think we got over 100 profiles in the DMs, which is honestly incredible. So, guys, if we're going to review a couple more, but if we don't get to your profile, I'm having a lot of fun. I'd love to jump on another stream in the future. If you guys are down, let me know in the live chat if that's something you guys want. Are you getting a lot of value out of this? Do you want to see more live streams in the future, more profile reviews, more text reviews? Let us know in the live chat. Let us know in the comments. Pound the like button, hit subscribe. All right, let's jump into this next profile. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Okay. Trying to figure out which photo is photo number 1.
Well, first thing I'm going to say is you scrolled past that. The mirror selfie looks like a different fucking person. Like, you look super jacked in this photo. Like, you got the neck looks all beefed up. And then if you go to other photos, you don't look like the same guy. You look a lot like, look at the arms in that photo.
The arms are significantly skinnier in this photo.
What is going on? Like, did you grab some SARMs, bro, and just blow up, and that's a photo kind of showing your journey, or what happened?
Because girls are summer cycle.
Yeah.
Steroid cycle.
White boy summer. Yeah, girls are gonna notice that, and they're gonna question, like, which Brendan am I getting on the date? Am I getting the super jacked Brendan, or am I getting the more average build looking Brendan?
Yeah. And even, bro, his average build looks pretty good. Like, he still looks like he's in pretty good shape. So I think a common misconception is a lot of guys feel like they're too small to be like worthy of getting dates. It's not really the case. Like, dude, I pulled over 1,000 matches with a barrel during COVID. Like, I had like a beer belly, man. Like, my face puffed up. You guys saw my old reels. Like, sometimes those pop up on my page. I'm kind of embarrassed how chubby I got, but I was still crushing it on dating apps because it's way more about the vibe of your photos and like how you're presenting yourself than just like, I'm the most fucking jacked guy in the room. So guys, like, there's room for everyone to play out here. And I think if you notice the common theme of this video, like, it's way less about just get as jacked as possible and become a Giga Chad. It's way more about like understand what women are actually looking for and execute on that. And then you shouldn't have problems. So again, the big theme here is, though, like what Taylor's mentioning, it's a really good point, is consistency, right? It's like the same thing as if you had a profile where you had a buzz cut and then a photo with like super long hair, women would naturally think like, okay, which version of the guy is showing up to the date, right? So if that's the case, for anyone listening, if you have different hairstyles and stuff, like, just pick a style, pick an image and stick with it. Either get a bunch more like juicy, swole photos and make them consistent, or just stick to like non-puffy Brendan. Like, either version will work, but you do kind of have to pick one and look consistent in your photos, because he's a good looking guy. Really, really good smile. Really good positive energy. Like, I actually like this photo quite a lot. I just think the inconsistency is kind of like shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
This is a video, so we can't provide too much context. But I like the flex. Driving the boat is like a good status symbol, so I like that you have that on the profile. Probably goes a long way. This one is kind of giving off like nice guy vibes. I think it's just a combination of like the shirt and like the smile.
And the downward angle too. And it's really zoomed in too.
Super zoomed in. Like, this will look great on your LinkedIn. You know what I mean? But it's not really like a dating photo, I wouldn't say. Unless you are literally just like looking for like the most wholesome vibes of all time. But a lot of women do want to see kind of that bad boy side too, which I think you got a bit of, right? With like the pumping in the mirror. You just got to like lean in a little bit more to that than like, I'd probably actually, as good quality as this photo is, I just think the overall vibe is kind of working against you. It's like very, very nice guy vibes.
Yeah, and I would even say, Hunter, even if you're going for a wholesome girl, you still got to have kind of bad boy pictures because even the wholesome girls, they say they want the nice guy. It's not true. They don't want the nice guy. They want the bad guy that will be nice for them.
Yeah, I want to change him.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, another arms around group of selfie with the boys. Good that you're the tallest one in the photo, bro. But overall, like, dude, when we just look at like a drip standpoint, bro, like, what are those? That's tough. That's tough.
And you don't want the socks pulled up all the way. If you're rocking the long sock look, then your buddy next to you's got it down. He's got him kind of scrunched down.
Yeah,
So
that looks good.
you definitely want to scrunch them down. Shorts also aren't doing you too many favors. They're way too long. Like,
Yeah,
if you got nice wheels, you should definitely be rocking like maximum 5.5 inches.
yeah. Like, dude, the guy next to him actually has some really good drip. Like, if you just look at like, no homo, like a crotch shot here, like the Nike Air Force Ones, the scrunched up Nike socks, you know, like the 7-inch inseam shorts above the knee. Here's a rule of thumb, guys. Like, I learned this the hard way. Your shorts should never touch your knee. Like, they should always be above the knee. Just from a fashion standpoint, like, you can see the difference between like how one guy here looks stylish and the other guy just looks kind of like a dweeb. Like, the shorts below the knee are just a huge no-go. You know, get out of the JCPenney like dad section, go to H&M, go to Zara, get some shorts above the knee. You're just going to look way more stylish. Like, those little subtle things go such a long way.
Yeah, bro,
And
grab yourself some
black
chubby.
dress socks, bro, like on vacation, like that's just a big no-no.
Yeah. Chubbies is my favorite brand of shorts. Love them. They got that elastic waistband. So if you're chubby, they work out.
Oh yeah, that sounds comfy. The boys are loving the stream, eh? Thanks for the comments, guys. Keep them coming in. We're definitely going to be doing more of these live streams. I'm having so much fun, bro. I could do this every day, but it would probably get like people get pretty sick of it. But we'll definitely do another one in the near future. Having a lot of fun with it. Monkey photo. Not in love with the shirt. Just doesn't really fit the bod too well. Posture is kind of not great here. It's cool that you have a monkey shot, but like overall, I just don't know if this is like the most attractive photo in general.
Yeah, lighting's subpar too. Kind of gloomy. Yeah. I also don't like the monkey leash. The monkey leash is really throwing me off. Is that what that is? You see that black wire?
Yeah, that could easily be photoshopped out though.
Yeah.
Like we have sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, like Magic Eraser, if you're on Google or something like that, can Photoshop that out.
Even bro, in Snapseed, like we've got an entire editing module in the online dating cheat code. You can use an app called Snapseed. It's absolutely free. We have like a 1-hour training of like every editing scenario under the sun. Like you could easily watch that training in the online dating cheat code and fix that. Like it's a very easy edit. So if you're not that savvy, you're not like a, you know, photo editing kind of guy, like it's very easy with that training. So I think that'd go a long way. Yeah, it is pretty off-putting. It looks like someone went on Microsoft Paint and like drew a squiggly line on the photo. Like it's just kind of like a weird vibe.
Yeah.
If you have a piece, 5-inch is tight. Haha. Well said, buddy.
Guess he's a shower, not a grower.
Buddy's packing heat.
Got that horse hang.
What do we have next, boys? Okay, this one I want to show because like the prompt in it is just kind of like his first prompt fucking killed me laughing when I first saw it. It's like just, I don't know. This one. Like, bro, that prompt. Putting minoxidil on my face every morning and night. I don't know. Girls know what minoxidil is. Like, that's just a guy thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know if they would know.
Yeah, it's like,
I felt like if this was Grindr, I feel like this would be a perfect prompt, but like Hinge, not so much.
I was gonna say, know your audience, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
it is pretty funny, but it's like a boys thing. It's like an inside joke for the boys.
That's the thing, bro. Like he could be like, you know, playing for both teams. Like no shame in that. Obviously, this channel, like we speak from experience, so we only really know like how to optimize things for the ladies. But bro, like if that's your taste, like maybe leave the prompt on for the lads that you're swiping on. But yeah, like if you are trying to like maximize matches with females, this is like a prompt that's just like, you're not standing on the right street corner. You know what I mean? Okay, let's look at like photos overall.
This poor guy, bro.
Hey, bro, you never know. Like, no shame, man. It's
no, I know. 2024.
I dig it. Like the beard, the fit, the hair. I dig it all.
Yeah,
I just don't like the mom's kitchen vibe.
100%. Even the earring too. It's a cool fit.
This is great style, man. Like this guy's got to give his barber a good tip. Like he's really pulling off kind of like the Johnny Depp goatee. What's the word for the goatee when it's like separated like that?
Disconnected.
Yeah, disconnected goatee. Like this is a really good look. And for anyone watching, a lot of feedback I get from coaching clients is like, oh, I want to grow a beard, but it's super patchy. Like most guys are able to grow this out and have a disconnected goatee. And if it's styled correctly like this, looks pretty sexy. So I think his style is pretty good. I like this photo, but like you said, like the mom's kitchen with like the arepas in the pan in the back, or pierogies or whatever those are, like we can definitely level up from there. Oh, Adam's in the chat. He says, damn, I just got cooked. I don't play both sides at all. All right. Sorry, bro. Sorry for roasting you there, man. You never know, right? Like, we don't judge, buddy. But yeah, let's definitely change that prompt then if that's the case. We're going to send you the matchbook. It's got 70 sample bios and prompts. So you can just copy and paste one of those, throw it in there. You're going to be, set up for success from a prompt standpoint there. All right. So next photo looks like he's on like some sort of like cruise ship or resort in this photo. So like what I will say is I'm not sure like what the game plan is with the flow, if you're like growing it to like style it a certain way. But if we look at the flow here, where it's kind of like almost that mullet kind of look, like that Post Malone kind of vibe. And then we look at just like the long hair. I personally think this style looks a lot more attractive than the long grown out style. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he looks like Kirk Hammett from Metallica, the guitar player.
Yeah.
From the 80s. It's like an 80s cut. It could work. It could work, and you could definitely attract a certain type of woman. I think a little bit more clean, long hair looks a lot cooler. You could still pull off like a long hair vibe, but a little bit more new age.
Yeah. Plus the tourist pose too. Like,
yeah,
honestly, his pose in the first photo is pretty cool. Like if the background was better, like this would be probably like a 9 out of 10 photo. It's pretty sick. This one, just the combination of like, I'm not a fan of the hairstyle. Could be my preference. Like I would actually just go on Photo Feeler and rate a photo of you with the short hair versus the long hair, just see what girls find more attractive. Like super easy way to A/B test it. But I think the biggest standout here is the tourist pose, bro. And that's when you're standing with your shoulders square, staring directly into the camera, saying cheese with your arms at your sides. This is like one of the most common mistakes I see. I go pretty heavy into it in the matchbook. Definitely some cooler poses that you can do to just look a lot cooler on camera instead of having those, mom's fridge Facebook photos where you're just doing a tourist pose. Never really an ideal pose.
Yeah. And speaking of tourists, you got Big Chungus in the background of your photo. Like I would have liked to see that guy either get edited out with like Snapseed or just wait till he moves out of the frame.
I love that. Yeah. Fucking Big Chungus. That's good. So Adam's saying in the chat he actually recently got a cut. So that's good feedback. I think the shortcut looks a lot better, bro. As far as this photo, so obviously like we've beat this with like a dead horse already. Like nighttime photos aren't ideal. But with that said, I think you do outshine the lads here in this photo. I think you're the most attractive guy. You're also the tallest. And one little pro tip, guys, that you'll see in this photo is that Adam's actually the closest one to the camera. I don't know if that's intentional or it just so happened to like take place in this photo, but you're going to look taller and more buff and like bigger than everyone else in the photo if you're literally just closer to the camera. It's a trick we use in our profile makeover photo shoots. if we're shooting with a short king and we want to get like a standing social proof photo, is we'll actually just get him closer to the camera than everyone else. And you'd be amazed. Like he looks like a foot taller and like, 30 pounds more muscular than all the other guys in the photo just by being like a foot closer to the camera. So I like that you're doing this. Overall, like the red eye, low light isn't the best vibe, but definitely not your worst photo. What I order for the table, tequila shots. I got a similar prompt, but instead of this, it's like we're the same kind of fun, or like we'll get along if, and then say like tequila is your love language. Just like a little bit more of a cheeky way to like bring up the tequila conversation. A lot of party girls like that. So I like that you have that in your profile. But I would just kind of change the verbiage of it a little bit. What do you think about the photo with mom, Taylor?
Not a huge fan. It's just like, looks like it's taken in the basement. The lighting isn't doing you any favors. The hair looks kind of like it's mid-growth, so it doesn't look like, are you trying to do it short? Are you trying to do it long? Can't tell 100%.
Yeah.
Also a selfie, like this just doesn't give the big dick energy that pictures on your profile need to give. And plus it's kind of hard. Like if you want to banter with girls, like it's really important to have really good frame where you seem like this cool macho guy. And like, it's going to be really hard to have frame when she sees like a cheesy pic of you and your mom. Like your mom's probably the sweetest lady ever. You love her to death. But like, that's kind of like meet her once you're official thing. Don't meet her like literally before you even matched on Hinge or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Yeah. I would probably just leave this out. Plus the ladder in the background is kind of sketch. That's the thing girls notice, bro. Like if you ever see them taking a selfie, they'll like move the shit in the background of their photo before they take it. Like if there's a full garbage can or their bed's got clothes over it, like they'll just throw the clothes on the ground behind the bed so it's out of sight. So like just keep in mind, like girls do look at the setting of your photo too. Okay, got a photo with the chicas. What I like about this photo is that a lot of guys have a photo with a girl on their profile, but it gives off like ex-girlfriend vibes, which is just a huge red flag, right? Like it looks like you've like, really, bro, you haven't had a photo since your ex dumped you and like you're not over it. Like it gives off a horrible vibe. I think it's okay to have like this fuckboy vibe with like a bunch of chicks in the photo. If you pull it off correctly and you're not like, ex-boyfriend vibe with one girl. So I actually think it's better to have social proof photos with women when there's multiple women in the photo, or when it's shown like as a friend group setting and there's just female friends. It's like more platonic. So I actually think you pulled this off correctly. However, is it like the most appealing, attractive photo? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think so. And I think the hand on the lower back of the girl in green is a little sus. Like, is that maybe an ex? I don't know. Henry in the chat says family photo. Maybe it's a family photo. I can't tell 100%. But we'd have to look up the ancestry.com, but kind of agree with what Hunter's saying.
Yeah, break out the family tree for that one, eh?
Yeah, the DNA swab,
Yeah. Yeah. Overall, I think the biggest thing is too, bro, like when we talk about just looking consistent, this guy looks like a different guy than this guy, if we're just straight up. So the biggest opportunity for you, Adam, is now that you got that cut, I think it's time for you to just go out and take some banger photos, bro. Not sure where you're at. If you're close to where our photographers are, we can set you up with a pro photo shoot and just set you up for success. If that's something you're interested in, just shoot us a DM. But either way, we're going to send you the matchbook, bro. Thank you for sharing your profile. Boys, I know Zach's got to run and clap some cheeks. We've been on stream for 2.5 hours here. Why don't we show our profiles and show these guys, what some 10 out of 10 photos look like? Hell yeah. Zach, you want to start with your picks? Because I know you're in a bit of a time rush here.
Oh yeah, I actually sent them to you in WhatsApp, and I got a bunch that I sent over because I do swap them out. Maybe if you want to go through like picking like maybe the top 3 to 5, we don't have to go like through all of them. I know I also sent over some photos of just the ones we did this weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to use those on Instagram on Tinder yet, to be honest.
Yeah, let's show some of the guys what we've been up to too. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's kind of why I did it. But yeah, go through and pick a couple, man. I sent you a bunch. Some of them I still use, some of them I don't, but they've all gotten me really good results.
Okay, yeah, I got a few of them here. Can you see my screen okay?
Yep, everyone can see it, I think.
Cool. This gives me a very similar vibe to that like sushi photo we looked at earlier in the stream. Like that kind of like candid social proof across the table photo. What I love about this is it's shot on iPhone, just with portrait mode. And it's like a really good way to show social proof. Your energy just looks like really calm, chill in it. What's also good, it's like ambiguous as to who took the photo. Like, was this a girl? Was it a guy? Like, we don't really know, which kind of like creates like a good amount of interest and intrigue without looking like, you know, a bunch of photos from your last relationship, which is kind of nice.
Right. Yeah, and that's what we were saying about the photo before when we talked about having, like, it's such an easy trick, guys. You're out getting a coffee instead of just being alone. Just have your friend take it, and you see how like the angle is a little bit lower. It's not up above, like Taylor was saying earlier. Speaks for itself.
Yeah, bro. And look at the background too, right? Like this is a moment where we're having a coffee in a cool coffee shop, and you're like, bro, I hate to annoy you. Like, can you just take a few pics of me? And we ended up taking like 100, but we got we got some banger ones, right? But like that's the thing, guys. Like, don't be afraid to ask your friends for help with this, right? Like, this is taken on an iPhone on a budget of like $4 worth of iced coffee, right? So like, not really like not super difficult to get 10 out of 10 photos for your dating apps.
Yeah, and this is before edits too. I'm gonna use Snapseed. Snapseed, guys. Everything I learned on how to edit on Snapseed is from Hunter's online dating cheat code. So if you guys haven't gotten that yet, definitely check it out. You guys could become pros editing your photos overnight. It's a game changer.
Link in description.
Yeah. Casual plug there. But honestly, guys, like,
but for real though, honestly,
this course, like, we've put like fucking 10,000 hours into this course. Like, there's literally nothing else like it out there. So like, there's a 14-day money back guarantee. We're not grifting here, just trying to scam guys. Like, go in there. It will change your life. And if it doesn't, you'll get your money back. So you really have nothing to lose.
The program even has, a 12-week phased lifting program for guys with a diet program. Like, what online dating program like even takes care of your fitness and diet? Like, that's unheard of. Like, this program just blows every program in existence out of the water. So go down. I definitely say, bro, go down to the description, watch the training video, pop in the Discord, see some of the courses, and just lean on that money back guarantee if you're not satisfied, because you're going to be satisfied. It's not even a possibility that you're going to be unhappy.
Yeah, bro. I almost died of like exhaustion making that course. Just like dozens and dozens of hours of just detailed, like dive deep content, every scenario under the sun. Like, guys, if you take this course in 2 weeks, like, it will literally change your dating life in 14 days. Like, it's actually fucking crazy. The results, like, just go to the Discord and look at the wins column alone. Like, you could just scroll on that thing endlessly. So super pumped.
What else we got?
Shout out Willie Ramos. Wingman Plus has changed my dating life for real. Shout out, bro. Appreciate it. Clip that. Someone screenshot that. Clip it. All right, next photo, Zach. This gives off like a Tristan Tate kind of vibe, eh?
Yeah, I was messing around. That was on a date. I had the girl take the photo.
Oh, nice. I call that dividends.
And then and I added that black and white vibe. I thought it was kind of cool. I think I actually put this on my Instagram, but yeah,
this is fire. I think it's like a little edited, but honestly, like, just the vibe of it's really cool. You got that like 50 Shades of Grey kind of vibe going on, and your barber nailed it too. Like the fade, the eyebrow slit looks really good.
Well, and also if you look at the first photo, you're like, oh, this guy's kind of nice. He seems pretty chill and fun. And then you see that second photo, and you're like, fuck, this dude, he knows what's going on. I think he could, show me a thing or two in the sheets. No homo. I'm saying this for the girl, obviously.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole point, right? Like, it's everything's done intentional, guys. Like, it's a fact. I mean, you want to show different sides of yourself. Women are attracted to that.
100%, bro. And then too, like, some guys, like, like to do some like BDSM kind of texting, you know what I mean? Like get a little sexual pretty early on. But like if your photos are like nice guy McGee and then you're talking like that, like you're gonna get blocked pretty instantly. You're gonna get banned on dating apps, right? But if you have a photo like this, you kind of look the part, right? Like you can get away with a lot more when you have these bad boy photos on your profile. So it goes beyond just getting matches. Like you can get away with so much more over text, sexualize way faster, and like be a lot more upfront about your intentions too.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to add about that first photo, Zach's photos are so awesome that having that first photo that's not like, you know, a DSLR quality photo kind of just shows him that he's real, because all three of us have probably experienced this. Like our photos are so good, a girl matches with us and they're like, are you even real? Send a picture of you in a mirror holding up a spoon or something weird, because like they don't even know.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I hate it when I get those spoon mirror requests. But no, it's true. Like having a good iPhone photo in there is key. We do that on all of our photo shoots, bro. Like most of the photos are pro, but we'll bust out the iPhone too. That way you have that versatility, because it does go a long way. This is the relative height photo I was hinting at.
This one?
Yeah.
I swap this out occasionally.
That's a
You took this one on me.
Yeah, that was dope. That was down in Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah.
It's like a Narcos vibe. It's a sick
Honestly,
photo.
that was more of like a conversation starter piece for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a. I was definitely playing to the location.
100%. Okay, we got the cigar photo. Again, kind of like a cool, like Tristan Tate kind of vibe. I like that you're leaning into that energy. Something Taylor talks a lot about too is like find someone where you like their style, you like their aesthetic, and just go on Pinterest and like look at similar images and come up with, you know, your own look based on that too, right, Taylor?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this photo speaks for itself. It's just badass. Fucking sick photo. This photo on the yellow staircase, love this. Yeah. We actually took a bunch of photos this day, but I think this one turned out really good. It's like a nice like portrait quality photo, like the kind of thing you could put first or second on your profile to like clearly show what you look like. And then you can get away with some of those group pics later on where girls aren't playing that guessing game because you're not like hiding what you look like up front.
Yep, 100%. I usually keep this first or second.
Yeah. This is a photo we actually took last weekend. We're scoping out locations for our Medellin photo shoots. So we're lined up with profile makeovers for the next like 8 weeks. So we've been scoping out locations, and this is one of them. I'm really happy with how this turned out.
That's phenomenal. I haven't seen this photo yet. Holy cow.
Beautiful, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I like that one a lot. Just the view is incredible.
Yeah, man. There's no place like Medellin for like dating profile photos. Yeah. And lastly, we got the graffiti wall. The suit on this looks sick. Dude, I love your fashion sense. Like across the board, if we see one theme in all your photos, your hair, beard, always on point, and your fashion's always on point. Like you're showing that your photos are intentional, but they're also not try hard. You know what I mean? It's like you just look the part. When you go out, you wear sick fits, you get good photos. Girls see a guy that they actually want to date and be out in public with. And like the vibe on your profile is just immaculate, bro.
Yeah. This was actually a work convention that I was going to. And I was like, let me dress up a little bit, because it was kind of like wear whatever. And guys, feel like you got to think, like you got to start thinking like this, right? Use every opportunity, guys, to, you know, do I have a chance of a cool photo here? Because sometimes that's all it is. Like we're going to go out and have to dress up anyway for this convention. I was like, yo, let me throw on a couple accessories. Let me throw on the orange jacket. I was just going to go like black, honestly. And I was like, let me throw the orange jacket on. And yeah, it definitely got a couple openers on Bumble.
Dude, you know your shades match the jacket, like that detail.
Yeah, no, it's all intentional.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, good photos, bro. I'd love to see Taylor's photos as well. But overall, thanks for sharing, Zach. Like, guys watching, like this is the level that you can get to, and like sometimes it just takes getting that helping hand. So like all the guys who got their profile reviewed, we're gonna give you the matchbook. It's gonna be a really, really good starting point. But guys, if you're watching this, you want it done for you, you want it done with you, like hit up Taylor for coaching. DM us if you want to do a profile makeover with us. Like, these options are all on the table, and like, this is kind of proof of the pudding of like the results that we're getting just by taking the right types of photos.
For sure. Yeah. One thing for 2024, we're going to, focus on being more involved with you guys on these live streams. And, our next one, I'll pull up some more photos. I probably have like 20 different photos that I cycle through, guys, because like Hunter said, it helps with the algorithm to put a lot of work in. But yeah, Taylor, dude, I love this dog photo, bro. I love this dog photo.
This is a good
Legendary,
one.
bro.
This one was taken for free by my cousin. Like Zach says, you just gotta always have that mindset of like every opportunity is an opportunity for a good photo. Like I was just at my cousin's house and his dogs were being super playful, and like I was like, let's capitalize on this energy. Sat down on the floor and they were all over me. So super easy win. You can see it's a little edited too, so that looks nice. In the original picture, I didn't have this little smirk. I went and added that little smirk in post. Again, check out the online dating cheat code for our no Photoshop skills necessary editing masterclass. So yeah, love this photo. The dog's licking me. Dogs are super cute. These aren't my dogs, but that's never mattered. No girl has ever said, "Are these your dogs?" or anything stupid like that. So this photo's always been super high percentage for me.
Dude, I just love the energy in this photo too. Like, it's so different from the way a lot of guys take dog photos where they're just holding their dog and looking directly into the camera. Like, here's a pro tip, guys, for being almost 3 hours deep in the stream. Like, when you're getting your dog photos taken, you almost never want to be looking in the camera. Like, there's some situations where it works, but overall, like, you should be living in that moment. Like, the dog should be making you happy and your attention should be on them, where you can get like a really, really good candid photo like Taylor has here. So yeah, love this photo, bro. They captured an incredible moment.
Yeah. And one thing I'll add too, if you check out my beard lineup, like this one thing that guys do that kills me, never, ever, ever take your beard and line it up like perfectly with your jawline. Because if you just open your mouth, all of a sudden your beard is now out of whack and your jawline looks whack. What you need to do is just take like 2 fingers and just like line yourself up like 2 fingers above your Adam's apple. So yeah, I'll go to that next photo. This photo killed. A lot of girls like this photo. This was usually my first photo that I'd always lead with because you got the suit, you got the chain popping, my shirt fits perfectly, the suit fits perfectly, got the lineup, fresh cut the day before. So this photo I feel like is really good.
Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10, bro. Beautiful photo. And just, again, like up front in your profile, you just got to do 2 things. Like, it's very simple. You need to clearly show what you look like and show yourself at your best. Because that first photo is what's earning your opportunity to even get seen, right? If you can't do those 2 things in your first photo, women are just going to reject you right there, and they're not going to see the rest of your profile and have a chance to see how awesome you are. So you really, really want to make sure you do those 2 things very early on.
Yeah, for sure. And this was a pro photo shoot, but it doesn't even need to be a pro camera. Like, you can still do this exact same concept, but with a buddy and an iPhone, and it'll look just as good. Like, the vibe of the photo is the most important thing. And as long as it's decent quality and not like potato quality, it's still going to be a good photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, this next photo, another dog photo. So you see this photo, it's when I had kind of longer hair. So depending on what hair I was rocking at the time, I'd use these 2 different, like I'd alternate between these dog photos. But this one just killed. Got the cute dog. He's actually got like his fur is almost the same color as my hair. We're both gingers. Got the fresh fade, got the cleaned up beard, and then the layering with the brown corduroy, the Sherpa, and then the flannel. Like, the layering is just perfect. My boy Riley has even got a little bit of plaid flannel vibes on him as well. So really, really good photo. And it makes the conversation so easy to open too, because I'd have so many girls like reply to this photo, and then I just hit them with the, "Man, being a single dad is hard." And then they'd all of a sudden go off to the races joking about how, "Oh, I want to be his mommy," and yada, yada. So good photo.
That's perfect.
Yeah, this next photo, I think this photo's too good. I sometimes don't include this because it almost looks like I'm a model taking a photo shoot with or something weird. Because I've had girls like, why did you take this photo? Like,
the context is a little weird, right?
Yeah. And for those of you in the back, there was nothing in that pan except for a little bit of water to make some steam. So yeah, sometimes you just got to do it for the photo shoot. So it's a good photo. A lot of girls liked it, but might have been a little too try hard. But honestly, it's try hard because it looks too good, not because it doesn't look good enough. This is that camel coat that Hunter's been talking about. So this is a photo. This was taken by my fucking mom on my phone. Like, just got to be. I was at an ice cream shop with my mom. It was kind of cold, so don't know why we were getting ice cream. But I saw that the sun was coming down, and I was like, "Yo, let's take this opportunity to get a really good photo." And this is one of like the best photos I've ever gotten of myself. My girlfriend says that this is her favorite photo of me. Gives her butterflies. So great photo taken for free on an iPhone.
And dude, look at the lighting in that too. Like when you talk about golden hour, this is a shining example, right? How many photos did we look at today where they're taken indoor or at night or even overexposed during the day, right? If you can catch that golden hour lighting for your photos, like just look at the way it makes his skin like look clearer, his eyes pop, the difference between foreground and background is beautiful. And even just that warm tone it gives the profile as well, where it just looks like inviting. When most guys have just crappy indoor or nighttime photos on their profiles, and then this photo pops up, it's like a pattern interrupt to their swiping. Like they're forced to stop and be like, this guy's not like 99% of the guys on this app. Easy way to stand out is just by having good lighting in your photos. So I love this one, bro.
Yeah, 100%. All you got to do is just Google when is sunset and it'll know your location and it'll tell you. Then just go take some photos outside. It's that simple.
Yeah.
This is another portrait photo, higher quality, but super simple. It just got amazing framing, got a good shirt on. You can see the chain popping, good grooming. So this photo kind of speaks for itself. It just clearly shows what I look like.
Yeah, it's money.
This photo, this is another free photo taken by a buddy. I was on a business like work trip, and I was down in Mississippi at this tiny bar, and they gave me this monster margarita. And I was like, you know what? Let's hold it really close to the camera to make it try and make it look huge. And I asked my buddy to just clip a photo. And this photo like had really high percentage. Like the amount of girls that like I got stupid pickup lines. Like, I can't tell what looks more delicious, you or that margarita. Like girls were all over this photo.
Thing's massive too, right? Like it's such a conversation starter.
Yeah.
Yeah. On an app like Bumble, that's like a really money photo.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good one. And then this is another iPhone shot, candid, taken by a friend. It's just during a wedding. You can see I was commanding the attention of the table, just kind of talking to people. It's not perfect because, you know, you can see someone in the background. It's kind of not like, it's kind of a weird background with the person. And, you know, I don't know what the hell this is. You got the window. It's not perfect, but it's still really damn good because you got, you know, 3 other people involved, got a ton of glasses of champagne. Everyone is dressed to the nines. So definitely a good photo.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's all I got.
So let me ask you this, Taylor. Like your strategy is pretty interesting when using dating apps. Like some people are on there and they're just trying to clap as many cheeks as they can, right? And just build a roster. Whereas you're more relationship focused. Can you like walk guys through that strategy and like kind of your approach there?
Yeah, 100%. So like Hunter said, a lot of guys, they just want to rack up their body count. And you know what, if that's your goal, no judgment there, but that wasn't personally my goal. My goal, I'm kind of a traditional guy, family guy. I've always wanted to have like, you know, that cute trad stay at home life and stuff. So I had to kind of tweak my approach. So yeah, over 2 hours into the stream, you guys are getting the real shit right now. But the way that I kind of tweaked my approach was I made sure that my text game wasn't too fuckboy, wasn't overly sexual. Like when I was flirting with girls, I wasn't joking about sex. I was maybe joking about like cuddling or something, but I'd never go that far. And then another thing too is I wasn't ripping dates like all the time, week after week after week. What I would pretty much do is I would just rip like 4 dates in a week. I'd pick my favorite girl and then just keep going out with that single girl and just see how things go. And then if she doesn't work out, then I just hop back on the apps and I just keep my profile paused as I kind of went out with that girl. And then I've also found that with girls that are more like wholesome, more relationship minded, you also have to like build a little bit more rapport over the text game. So I get this is really like detailed and stuff. So if you want to get more on this, go to the link in bio, look at the online dating cheat code. But like there are frameworks for how to text girls on dating apps, how to text girls on the phone number. I found that you had to talk to those wholesome girls a little bit longer, kind of getting to know them, because they're not as willing to just go on a date with a random stranger. Like my current girlfriend, she's awesome, love her to death. She was kind of sketched out at first because my photos were so good. I had to really take care and kind of like talk to her, get to know her more. Whereas, if I was talking to a girl who just, got a body count of 400 or something and just wants to get a good clap and going, she probably would have been down in 2 seconds, which was not what I was looking for at all. So it's totally fine to just kind of stretch out that conversation, get really comfortable with each other. So I don't know if I missed anything, Hunter. That's kind of was my mindset.
Yeah, no, super good strategy, bro. And it goes to show, like, I know a lot of my content's just focused around like, cheeks clap, you know what I mean? But it goes to show like this program and like the frameworks that we've structured for profiles, texting, even just like landing dates, how to execute a first date, they can apply to like whatever your dating goals are, whether that's just getting experience, clapping as many cheeks as possible, or finding that special someone. Like at the end of the day, a lot of guys, what they don't have is a system or a framework. They're just flying blind and like hoping they don't hit something. Right. And like, that's what this program does, is it just gives guys like simple step-by-step processes that you could follow to get results no matter what you're looking to achieve on dating apps.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, bro. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my profile as well. All the guys in the online dating cheat code already know what it looks like because I've used it a bunch for videos in there, but let me show what we're working with here. So these are my top 6 for Tinder. So start with this one, the cigar photo. So ironically, like a lot of like conventional dating advice is like, don't have photos of you smoking, like cigar photo, massive L. Like I've seen stuff like that out there, but this is my most liked photo on Hinge. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so this is my most liked photo on Hinge. So what I'll say is like, Hinge is the ultimate platform to A/B test photos for other dating apps. So if you're trying to experiment with a photo and see if it's going to be successful, you could use Photo Feeler, but Photo Feeler doesn't give you ratings of your photos in the context of other photos. It's just like that photo solely, like how attractive are you? Hinge is a better way to A/B test against like an entire profile to see what objectively actually is your best photo in your profile. And yeah, this one across the board, I get like a few likes a day on this photo. So it's really, really powerful. Yeah, I think it kind of has like those bad boy vibes too we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I love the shirt because it's like it's a really warm setting with kind of like dark colors, and then you got the dark shirt, but then love that little pop of like the white stripes on the shirt. Looks super good. And then the tats, you're just giving me tat envy, bro. And then you can see the drink, the cigar. I think it's a great photo.
Yeah, definitely suits the vibe.
I love the cheeky facial expression too. You're not cheesing too hard. You almost look kind of suave.
Yeah, well, that's even a thing too. Like the little smirk, like again, face app, like that tutorial we have in the cheat code of how to edit, like and make your face just a little bit more attractive. Like just subtle little things where you're not catfishing, but like if you wish, oh man, I wish I was making a bit more of a smirk in that photo. Like we've got tutorials to easily level that up. So yeah, I love this photo. It's probably one of my favorites. Okay, so this second photo, this is a way of implementing social proof. That's like, we do this for all of our profile makeover clients, where we'll fill a table with food, we'll order a round of drinks, and then we'll get the client at the head of the table to take like a cool social proof photo where they're the center of attention. They're at the head of the table. They're giving kind of a toast. It's a candid thing where they're not looking into the camera saying cheese, doing the tourist pose, but instead it shows that in a social situation, you can be the leader, right? People enjoy being in your company and you have a good time. You have a good circle of friends. You go out, you go to interesting looking restaurants and places, you dress well, and you have like a healthy social life. We found that women are 30% less likely to flake on dates if you have some element of social proof in your profile. And that's because if you're just the lone wolf in all of your photos, women are like, is this guy real? Like you mentioned earlier, Taylor, like you got to prove that you're a real person. Does he have friends? Like, is he an AI? That's an even bigger concern now than ever before, right? So having social proof photo is the easiest way to just alleviate all that anxiety and show like, okay, yeah, he's got friends. Like, if I meet up with him, he's not going to be weird. Like, he actually gets along with people. So social proof is something I've seen other dating coaches saying that you don't need it, but those dating coaches aren't sitting on 4,000 likes on Tinder like I am. So I think there is something to it.
Yeah, they can they can shut it.
Not throwing any shots, but just saying. Again, social proof. This photo is just like right place, right time. But again, it is kind of like along that theme of what Zach was saying of like, hey, bro, can you take a photo of me? Like when you're that guy who's always asking your buddies to take a photo of them, they're going to start taking sick photos of you. And that's exactly what happened here. We're at an event. I just so happened to get backstage through some connections at an event. And I was lucky enough that the club photographer just took a sick photo of me, right place, right time. So sometimes, guys, you get lucky, but to be honest, you got to make your own luck too, right? If you're the guy who's dwelling in his basement, chilling on Reddit all day, you're not putting yourself in situations in life where you can get a photo like this, right? So go out at night, go to bars, meet people in your area, connect with promoters, connect with DJs, like build your social circle, network, and it's going to put you in opportunities where you can get sick photos like this.
Yeah, I love this photo. The vibe is, you look so happy, and it's just such a cool background. Like, if I were a girl and I saw this photo, I'd think you were famous or something, and I'd want to know more.
Yeah, this is when I get the request for the spoon photo in the mirror, because this is like, okay, is this guy like a celebrity or something? Like that's how cool this photo is. So yeah, it goes a really long way. But I've actually since taken this photo off of my profile, and I get the same results as well. So it's not like essentially you have a photo like this, but for me, like I was a lot younger in this too. This is like quite a few years ago, and that's why I removed it, because I look a little different now. But yeah, for a while I was clapping it up with this photo for sure. All right, so next up, this is my action shot. So if you have an activity like a sport that you like to do, always a good idea to have an action shot. The key here is what I see a lot of guys doing wrong. It's like, let's say you're a weightlifter. They get a photo of them like deadlifting 400 pounds and their face looks like they're shitting their pants, right? Like they're straining so much. Or like even if you're playing tennis, you got like that grunt when you're hitting the ball. Like avoid that, okay? For your action shot, make sure it's evident that you're having a good time and you're living in the moment, right? Have some good candid energy, but also don't look like you're like straining yourself or shitting your pants. That's like a really common mistake I see. So instead, what I did here is I had like a hockey celebration. Like in hockey, after you score a goal, a lot of guys will like slide on the ice, do a little celly. So I got a cool action shot of me doing that out on the outdoor rink there.
Yeah, that's super cool. Sometimes you don't even need like a mid-action shot for it necessarily to be an action shot. Like, for example, you know, I saw a guy in a profile review, he had like a soccer action shot, but he wasn't like literally kicking a soccer ball. He was just standing in like a soccer hoodie with the soccer ball under his arm and a goal in the background. So it wasn't necessarily like a mid-action shot, but it was still a good photo. So yeah, love this photo.
Yeah, 100%. This next photo is kind of like my thirst trap. So like obviously I'm into tattoos. A lot of girls are into tattoos as well. So that's like something that I use to my advantage. So whatever you've got, guys, like you got to flaunt it if you got it. And that's for me is like tattoos is something I love. It's kind of like a hobby of mine. And I like connecting with girls that are into that too. So I thought I'd flex it a little bit. But notice here too, right? Like I'm not sitting on the couch in mom's basement with like the wood panel wall behind me, right? Like the background here is cool. Like this photo, I could have a t-shirt on, it would have the same effect, right? I'm obviously not jacked. I'm not puffy. I'm not like 12% body fat or anything like that. But what makes this photo really pull off, in my opinion, is just the aesthetic of it. Like, not only do I have like the tattoos that girls kind of like, but I'm in a cool environment as well, right? Like, look at the balcony with the deep horizon in the background, blurred out, so it adds some cool context where girls are thinking like, "Damn, where is this guy? Like, is this his condo? Like, is this his house? Like, where's he at?" It creates like a good amount of intrigue. And it's, you know, I think it's just a pretty attractive photo.
Yeah. And I like how the lighting keeps it kind of low key. Like your chest kind of fades out, gets a little darker. So it's almost like just gives a really good vibe to the photo, like a little intrigue, a little mystery. And it's also on like a kind of an overcast day too. So nothing crazy, like nothing burning your face out in the sun or anything like that.
Yeah. It's the thing too. I said earlier in the stream, like I got like 1,000 matches with like a beer belly. Like that, this was actually at that time. Like if you actually kind of zoom in on the photo, you can see like there's a bit of a curve there. Like it starts to puff out a little bit. So like I don't have like a 6-pack or anything like that, right? Like you don't need to be absolutely like ripped or shredded or anything like that. You just have to know your angles, know how to crop a photo and how to present yourself in the best possible way. But being jacked doesn't hurt. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Which is why you should get the cheat code, because we literally have a diet and fitness program in there for you. So
yeah, man. And Taylor's a certified personal trainer too. So like he goes into like crazy detail in that.
Yeah.
Last photo. It's a big thing. Like a lot of guys say, oh, I love to travel, but no one actually shows it. They just have photos in their car, in their basement, in their mirror selfies. So like guys, if you like to travel, get cool photos when you travel, right? Take all the feedback from this video, take all the learnings from the online dating cheat code and apply them when you're on your vacations, right? Nothing is stopping you from taking your iPhone, going into portrait mode and getting a photo just like this. So I was in Mexico City. I obviously put on like a pretty drippy fit, nice little layered outfit with the Blue Jays jersey. I saw this huge Mexican flag flying in the sky. So I got this cool low angle photo. And now Latinas, no matter where I am in the world, go crazy and swipe for it. So it's kind of like a Latina magnet as well. So when we talk about knowing your audience, you can put like little signals in your profile to kind of signal to what you're looking for as well.
Yeah. I wish Hinge had a filter for Latinas under 5'5". That'd be so amazing.
Bro, I think you could pay like $100 a month to unlock that filter.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Hinge,
shut up and take my money.
Hinge Latin Plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone make that app, eh?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, 100%. So guys, like I'm seeing a lot of like stuff in the chat as well. And like shout out to everyone sticking around 3 hours deep. We're going to cut it off in a second here, but I'm seeing a lot of comments as well about like texting advice. So like Taylor, I don't know about you. I had a ton of fun with this. Like I'd love to stream more. We still have like so many profiles that we haven't reviewed, but it would also be cool to review text game in a stream as well. What do you think, bro?
That'd be super fun. I'm even better at text game than I am at profile reviews. So that'd be right up my alley.
Yeah, man. I think the nuggets that will drop in that will be an absolute game changer. So guys, if you're watching, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now so you don't miss that live stream in the future. Click those post notifications so you know when we're going live. And we got a brand new episode of Extreme Tinder Makeover dropping Sunday. And I'm absolutely pumped for that. But man, Taylor, super pumped. The stream was really, really fun, bro. Tell people where they can find you, bro, if they want to reach out for help with like dating, fitness, everything like that.
I'm like a dinosaur, bro. I got like no socials right now. So if you want to reach out, you got to join the online dating cheat code, man.
100%. Yeah, man. Online dating cheat code, link in the description of this video. Guys, check it out. Honestly, like there's literally no other program out there like the online dating cheat code. I'm so proud of all the work that we've put into it and like all the success stories that we've got in that program. And if you're watching this, I'm pumped to see you in there. Taylor and I will see you in the Discord, and we'll see you in the next stream, boys. Thanks so much for tuning in.